Hello, everybody. Uh, Starting a little bit early. I've been doing that lately. I'm going to make a poll that I think I'm just going to leave up for the entire stream today. I'd like to see if people are interested in me using the Generation 2 units or not, because I found a way. I think I can use the Generation 2 units, but I'm only going to do it if people want me to, because it's gonna be less optimal, but it will still work. So if people want to do it, if people want me to do it, I'll go ahead and do it just to show off. This goes off of the conversation that we had at the end of the stream last week. People saying they wanted me to use Generation 2 units, or asking, there was a lot of questions asking if I was going to use Generation 2 units. Hey, and Peresi, thanks for stopping by today. So the units I have in mind are Lucina, Severa, Noara, and who was the other one? There was definitely one more. Hold on one second. Cynthia. I cannot fit all of them. No, to all of them. Yeah, you're a little bit early, but I've been starting early recently, so it's not that much of a surprise, I don't think. I usually start like 5 minutes early. On top of the fact that I have the stream time, like the starting time set for like 1 minute early anyway. If you ever noticed, I don't usually set my streams or my uploads for like 11. I always set them for 10:59. Anyway, the plan I have in mind is based on the fact that Lucina and Cynthia can support each other, and they both have Gale Force. So I will have a pair of Gale Force users who can work together. And then Severa and Noara actually support each other, which is very important, because otherwise neither of them would have a character that supports them. They're only going to have A supports, they won't have S supports, so they're going to be a little bit weaker. And in general, it's going to require me to train and replace units that I'm already using, but it's not that big of a deal. One thing that is a big deal, I tried to show this off during the last stream, and I think I messed it up somehow, or I didn't mess it up, but for some reason it doesn't update the global save when you use the hex editor. But I did the hex editor on this save file as well, so I have access to the spot pass. Basically, all of this information is on your cart already. I even got the bonus teams to work, so I have access to all of the bonus teams. I have access to all of the bonus items. You can get all these legendary weapons like right at the start of the game if you really want to. I'm not going to use any of this stuff. However, what's very important is that you get a set of bonus maps, and these were included with the game. It's basically like free DLC. So the first one is Dead King's Lament. So these are just like bonus, like super hard maps that we can add to the game. Irreconcilable Paths, A Hard Miracle, Ghost of the Blade, and Wellspring of Truth. And actually there's one more, Radiant Hero. And here's Radiant Hero. So this adds these maps to the world map. We can do them a little bit later on. They're very hard. Most of them expect you to be at like end game level. So we're not really going to do them anytime soon, but it's nice to add them to the map now. And let's go check out the Flames on the Blue. Chapter 14, this is the boat map. Looks like people want me to use the Gen 2 units, but we don't know that for sure yet. I'm going to leave the poll up the whole time, so we'll see what people really think. Right now it's just kind of a small sample size. Okay, these are the units I'm going to be using. So if we are going to use Lucina, I've already used the Master Seal on her. She needs a Strength Tonic and a Defense Tonic, and her combat is still pretty atrocious in this chapter, so I'm just warning you guys right now, like, she's not going to look very good. She will be good eventually, but she does not look very good right now. So if we are going to use Lucina, we have to start training her right now so that she doesn't fall even further behind. Unfortunately, this means I have to replace somebody, and the only person I could think to put on the bench for one chapter was Anna, mostly because I don't really use Rescue very much in this chapter specifically. So we'll see how that works out. I have to place my units now. I want Cordelia down here. She's going to need Frederick to be able to support her. I need you over here. The other placement of the other units doesn't really matter that much because I'm just going to move them around anyway. It is nice to have Robin and Saria both up here together. You can't wait for Owain to obliterate enemies with Vantage. I'm not going to use Owain. I can't use every single Gen 2 unit. I'm going to only be limited to the ones that I already have access to. It's just not possible for me to to get a bunch of other Gen 2 builds ready in a short amount of time. But I have 4 units that I'm capable of using, which are Lucina, Severa, Noater, and Cynthia. So I'm going to see about using them. Alright, is there anyone else that needs to be in a specific place? I think having Olivia up here is usually better. Other than that, we're kind of fine. Yeah. Alright, we'll just get right into it today. So there's some things that I want to show off. Number 1 is that I set it up so that Cordelia with a Frederick pair-up can one-shot these enemies with a Beast Killer, which is good because, for example, this one has counter. Even though he has counter, we'll never damage ourselves because we'll just kill him in a single hit. So him having counter just doesn't matter at all. Let's show that off. I also gave my extra Beast Killer to Frederick so that if, for some reason, if anything weird happens, like maybe these enemies have Pavis, and Cordelia is only dealing half damage, I can kill them with Frederick dual strikes. But here you see, I deal 42 damage, he has 41 HP. I can one-shot him. The problem is my accuracy is actually pretty shaky. So I kind of have to just, like, if Cordelia misses any attacks, I just kind of have to restart. The other problem is the group over here. What's interesting about this group, however, is that not only can Sumia one-shot them with her Forged Beast Killer, on top of that, Crom can one-shot them with dual strikes, and because Sumia has Gale Force now, she can kill 2 per turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to... Okay, so we're going to have to kill this one, and I want to get the one with the spear so that he doesn't 2-range me on enemy phase. So, in fact, hold on a second. Let me post my stream links, because if I'm doing awesome Gale Force nonsense, I want people to see it. So let's post these stream links. See if that works. It seems to work. For some reason, Discord like randomly decides if it wants the thumbnails to look good or if it wants them to look absolutely terrible. Sometimes it just crops out like half of the thumbnail in the stream link, and then other times it actually shows everything. Very strange. I don't know if anyone else has experienced that before. I guess it depends on how many YouTube videos you typically post. But yeah, we're not going to be able to use Owain. We're just going to be sticking to the units we already have access to, like the ones that are related to the characters that we're currently using. Like we can use Severa because we've been training Cordelia, and she has a husband already. We can use Noaro because obviously we have Saria and Robin paired together. We can use Cynthia and Lucina because they're related to the characters we already have. So even with the steel bow, that's enough to one-shot these guys. And it's very important because, like, say we can't one-shot this guy with Sumia because he has Pavis or something like that. We should be able to. Yeah, we can do it with the Beast Killer, but let's say he had Pavis. Instead, what we could do is we could attack him with Elwind from 2 range so that we don't counter damage ourselves. And then that would allow Crom to defeat the enemy with a dual strike. So it just works. And then we're going to Gale Force over here and take care of this one. I'm thinking of doing it at 2 range. Not only just to show off Crom's ability to one-shot them with the dual strikes, but I also actually want to be closer to the center of the battlefield. Yeah. Although, I just messed up because I'm supposed to have the Beast Killer in my inventory. Okay, this is fine. I can send the Javelin to the convoy so that I have the Beast Killer, yeah, in my front inventory space. So that ends up working out anyway, but I actually just made a huge misplay. So on enemy phase, Cordelia is going to defeat these 2, and Sumia is going to defeat this one. We do still want to stay out of their range so that they don't attack other units. So we're going to highlight their range. As you can see, they don't actually reach pretty far. The other problem is this group. If you stand in their range, they will charge at you. So you kind of have to like stay out of their range and let them come at their own pace, especially because there are, yeah, like this guy right here with the spear has, I think actually, yeah, he has an overlapping range on this guy with the silver sword. If I'm not mistaken. Hold on a second. This guy shouldn't be able to reach that far. Yeah, he can't. So it's actually, if you stand just at the edge of the range of this guy with the spear, you only have to fight him, which is interesting. Let me think about that. I never tried pulling him out individually. The problem is, right now, this one has counter, so I can't really stay within his range, unfortunately. I think I calculated it, and I'm pretty sure I don't one-shot them. These guys both have counter as well. That's a massive issue. Let's see. How do we want to play around that? I haven't gotten this configuration before. Hey Yoshi. Hey Azid. Who's scaling their force right now? Sumia. Why did you make Chrom a sniper, even getting back into Awakening? I really love Chrom Sniper. He has dual strikes very consistently with effective weaponry. So you kind of just saw this where we could attack the enemy from range, and then the Chrom dual strike kills them with a steel bow. You can do that. It's more important to do that early in the game, where Sumia's attack power is very weak, and you can back her up by having Chrom dual strike things. And then the other thing is that you can rotate on Lunatic Plus specifically. You can rotate Chrom into the lead and have him use his bow. If you have a bow equipped, you never deal counter damage to yourself, which means like this enemy right here who has counter. If they attacked Chrom, Chrom wouldn't attack the enemy back, and then Chrom wouldn't deal counter damage to himself, which is very important in Lunatic Plus. The ability to turn off enemies so that you don't counter yourself. Speaking of counter, we have to find a way to play around the fact that 3 of these enemies have counter. I'm gonna try something that might be foolish. Since we got a really unlucky configuration anyway, problem is I have to be able to fight the guy with the spear as well. Do I? No. Okay, since we got a really unlucky configuration anyway, I'm actually gonna open up the killer axe here. L-Wind, and I'm just gonna play for crits. If I don't get crits and I don't get soul activations, then we're just gonna get a game over. And that's life. We're gonna do a front-loaded risk strategy. Love my front-loaded risk strategies. This square right here, I believe, is only affected by this guy with this silver lance. No. This guy can also reach there. God, we have a lot of enemies with counter this time. Alright, we're going to start moving the rest of our group to the south. This boat right here is pretty safe. The flying reinforcements from here actually can't reach this boat, which is kind of important. I can't remember if these ones can. We'll test it out, maybe. Hey, Ryan. Domalewski. You're going to try to do a sniper Chrom build for future Awakening runs. 86% dual strike rate is actually absurd. Yeah, I'm planning to do a dual strike related video in the future. A really cool one. There's some very awesome stuff that you can do. If Lucina doesn't have good stats for her recruitment chapter, does making her into a sniper a good idea? No, because there's no way to make her into a sniper. You'd have to make her into an archer, train her for 10 levels, and then make her into a sniper, which, I mean, you can do that if you want to. There are reasons to do that. It's just not what I chose to do. I chose to just put her into Great Lord. So Lucina actually has a very big problem, which is why I'm struggling with finding a way to use her. She starts in Lord, but she inherits Great Aether from Chrom. And these two things, these are always true. No matter what you do with Lucina, she always starts in Lord, and she always starts with Aether. This means if you promote her to Great Lord, she's not going to get a new skill for a very long time, because she already has Aether. And if you want to get her into a different class line, Lord doesn't have branching promotions. It only has one promotion. So you have to use the second seal on her, which turns her into either a Cavalier, an Archer, or maybe something like, because Sumi is our mother, we could turn into, I think, a Mage. You don't really want to turn Lucina into a level 1 character when her combat is already really bad. So you have to promote her into a Great Lord, but then she doesn't get any new skills for a very long time. So the whole process is like really janky. It's just not great. This guy, we should be able to fight. So I'm going to show you an example of why she's not very good. Even with the Rapier equipped, which is effective damage against this Cavalier, she's not going to one-shot him. She's going to do, let's see, 15 plus 19 damage. She's going to deal 34 damage, which even if the enemy had 0 defense, would not one-shot him. You minus 12 from that, she's going to do 22. She doesn't even two-shot him. So we need to get her a 2 strength pair-up. That's also going to give her enough speed to double. I think Long Ku gives her enough strength. Okay, so we're going to use Long Ku for this. This should give Lucina enough firepower to one-round this guy. I don't need to use Olivia this turn, so I'm just going to dance. Yeah, I can't get close enough to test the combat forecast, but this should be correct. Although, hold on, if he has a lance... Okay, he doesn't have a lance. So we should be fine. I'm going to put the rest of my units... I'll put Henry next to her for Anathema. I'm going to also Rally Luck on her, although it doesn't really affect anything. The only thing it boosts is her evasion, but the enemy has Hawkeye anyway, so it doesn't matter in this case. You ran Sniper, Crom, and regular Lunatic. Yeah, he's really good. Azid says, never stop gambling. Oh yeah, that's right. I completely forgot, actually. I'm putting all this thought into this attempt, but in the end, we're just going to be gambling on crits and soul activations anyway. You voted yes with 0 context, but you're curious about what builds I'm going to use. I'll show them off. It looks like people want me to use these Gen 2 characters, so we'll do it. It's going to require a little bit of work, but we'll do it. I'm not even saying Lucina's bad. I'm just saying that she has issues when she joins, and it takes a while to make her good. She will eventually be good, but she just takes some effort. Okay, that's really good. We haven't taken any damage yet. That's good. We have not taken any damage yet. I think right now, at most, I don't think we can kill ourselves now. Yeah, at most we can only take 35 damage, which won't be enough to kill us. Because the other one, I don't think the other one has counter. So we should be completely safe now. Oh, never mind. I was wrong. And Soul actually wasn't enough to save us there. That's really unfortunate. Alright, we'll try it again. Hope that we don't get 4 enemies with counter that we have to fight on the first turn. The other thing you can do, you can put Saria in the lead, which actually I like to do, but her combat isn't quite good enough yet. I don't think she could win against that many Pegasus. Reason being, they actually have super high resistance stats. Oh, perfect. They all have counter. If 4 out of 5 of them have counter, I'm just going to reset. It's just not worth it. It's not worth my time. Put animations on for Lucina. This is basically her training arc. So the problem is, if I turn animations on, the game's going to start lagging. I mean, I usually play with animations off anyway, just because that's how I play the game. I just feel like they just take too long. I'd rather like go quickly. But oh my god, it really same configuration? No, it's even worse. Now 5 out of 5 of them have counter. But yeah, I usually play with animations turned off anyway. But on top of that, now if I'm trying to stream, if I turn the animations on, it just makes the game lag. So I'd rather not do it. Please. Okay, here we go. Yes, that one's fine. That's fine-ish. This is actually kind of bad. I have to stay out of range of this one. But I can fight all the other ones. Yes, I can. Okay, so let's do this then. We're going to stand here, and we're actually going to do hand axe. This should allow us to one-round most or all of these enemies. I think these enemies over here have linked AI. So if I stay in range of one of them, it's going to cause all of them to start swarming me right away, which I really don't want. They otherwise have a staggered join time, which is fine. Okay, this is fine. We can handle the right side. All of these enemies on the right side have counter, but we can play around it completely with our Forged Beast Killer. So we hit this guy with the Forged Beast Killer. Goes down in one shot. This one we can enemy phase. This one we can player phase. So we hit this guy with the Forged Beast Killer. In fact, I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. I'm going to save Forged Beast Killer charges. I'm going to dual strike him with Crom. Then I'm going to send the Javelin to the convoy, so I have the Forged Beast Killer in my hands when this guy attacks me. Even though that was a misplay last time, I actually like that. I'm going to incorporate that into my strategy. Alright, what does this guy have? He has counter this time, unfortunately, so we can't enemy face him this time. We're going to need to figure something else out. This group, this guy having Pavis is actually a huge issue. We can't one-shot him. This guy having counter and Pavis is actually a huge issue. I don't think we have any way of dealing with this guy. We probably should have switched our starting positions and then sent Sumia over here. If I checked the enemies before I started the map, I would have sent Sumia over here. What's the alternative? There isn't really one. Maybe we just have to rely on Frederick dual strikes. Yeah. We just have to play for Frederick dual strikes and then hope to not hit ourselves with too much counter damage on top of these enemies hitting us for damage. I think that's the only thing Cordelia can do over here. Next time I might switch the position of her and Sumia. And then this guy I don't think we can fight. I might check to see if Lanku can fight him. So if Lanku has the superior edge, this guy... Oh, never mind, he has Hawkeye, so I can't dodge him anyway. Okay, so we're not going to do superior edge. We'll do killing edge instead. We'll deal 33 damage. minus 12 is 21. If we don't crit him, we'll deal... Actually, we're going to deal more than that. Well, it's going to go up, but our defense is also going to go up, so it's not going to matter too much, but we'll see. 39 minus 12 is 27. We're going to deal 27 damage to ourselves, and then this guy is going to deal 34 minus 21. He's going to deal 13 damage to us. We're going to take 40 damage. We cannot take 40 damage, and he's guaranteed to hit us, and we would have to crit him in order to get a kill, which I don't think we can do. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to dance for her. I'm going to go over here. We could fight him with the bronze bow and then pull Long Ku back to safety. That's an option. Do I want to waste a rescue staff already? Nice. Okay, now I can do this. In fact, who reaches this tile? Is it just this guy? Wow, he has counter too, okay. You get a counter, you get a counter, you get a counter, everybody gets counter. Okay, now we just hope for the best. I'm a little worried about Cordelia. I'm not worried about Robin at all this time. Robin's going to be completely fine. If these guys don't have counter, Robin can just handle them with no problems at all. Even one of them having counter is not a huge problem. We stayed out of range of the other one with counter. So we should be totally fine this time. Yeah, we're totally safe this time. Now the other one with counter should fly towards us, and we can kill him on player phase. Didn't get our dual strike. Need the Frederick dual strike here. Okay, we got it. We got it. That was luck. That was pure luck. I mean, we played to the most likely outcome, but that was still luck. The problem is, because this enemy's still alive, Cordelia does not get relief healing this turn. That's a little bit of a problem. Not a huge issue, but it's a little bit of a problem. Okay, now we've got these two guys to deal with, as well as... Oh, this guy went into the worst possible spot. Okay, cool. No counter. This guy does have counter. This guy... Okay, hold on. We can definitely handle this. Nice crit. Spear. I'm gonna need a ranged weapon equipped, but that's fine. Problem is I don't have a good place for Olivia to stand, because I actually don't want her over here. I need to start moving her towards the south end of the map. This should be fine. I just need Saria to land a dual strike. Oh, never mind. Her dual strikes are atrocious. Okay, I might have just screwed myself over there. That was definitely my own fault for not taking this enemy seriously. I should have equipped Elwind. I don't know why I didn't. This is okay, actually. I think Gale Force comes in handy here. So, yes, I can hit you. I have to make sure I do at least 18 damage, though. We're going to have to use a Rapier Charge here because of Pavis. And then we can use Gale Force to bounce back to safety. So it kind of worked itself out. Again, here I'm mostly just playing around, like my own misplays. There are no reinforcements this turn. So if I just kill this guy right now... I actually don't have enough damage. I have 21 damage. Well, in that case, let's do it this way. Once again, we're aiming for Frederick dual strikes, which we got. Now we can heal ourselves with relief this turn, and there's not going to be any reinforcements for Cordelia to fight, so she's pretty safe. We can use Sumia here to take out one of these enemies. I kind of like to take out this guy if I can, but I don't think I'll be able to. He'll hit us for 21. We'll have 2 chances to dual strike with Crom. Does this one have counter? He does. Okay, it's actually better to take out this guy with counter. I'm also going to go into the convoy and put this away. I don't want to use charges on this short spear, because it's actually a pretty valuable item. Elwind is 14, Elthunder 16. Okay, we're going to be relying on dual strikes anyway, so let's just use javelin charges. Oh, that was very surprising to me. Why did that happen? I'm pretty sure I had it set up so that they always kill these guys if they get one dual strike. I'm going to have to look into that before the next attempt. I did test runs earlier in the week, and I swear they were consistently killing this Cavalier. I probably messed up somehow. Maybe I'm supposed to use the Elf Under there. This means I have to pull this group to safety. We kind of already screwed up this whole attempt. This whole attempt is like already screwed. What does this guy have? 38 damage. Does he have pass? Of course he has pass. If we boost her magic just by having Henry pair up with her, she can two-shot these guys. Now the question is, how much damage is he going to do to Lisa? 38 minus 16. She should survive that. Yeah, he's going to deal 22 damage. The problem is, Sumia is in a really horrible position now. And I don't want her to be up here. I want her to be like over here, too, which is really bad. I can't believe I miscalculated that. That was horrible. Okay, we're fine. There's no way that she can safely fight him, right? She takes 24. She actually survives. And then if I have my Armor Slayer equipped, I should have 2 chances to dual strike with the Armor Slayer. Yeah. I'm pretty inclined to test this out. It's going to allow me to push... It's going to allow me to bring Sumia closer to where I want her to be. So we're going to rescue here, just to fix my bone dead mistake. I might reset this attempt anyway, just because I use way too many rescue staves already. And even though we can buy infinite of them, they're not exactly... Like, I mean, they're not expensive, but they're not cheap, so... It's not really a great idea to just be wasting them the way we've been wasting them. Oops, I should have equipped 11 sword. Or just not stood there. Yeah, I'm making a ton of misplays today. I'm sorry, guys. Lisa gaming over here, I will say. Lisa's just gaming out of her mind. Alright, so the big issue with leaving Cordelia over here is that if enemies attack her, if the enemy spawns with exactly counter and Pavis, she can accidentally kill herself. It's kind of a problem. I'm gonna try this. Now we can do this. Perfect. Nice dodge. The reason we're doing this is because we want Sumia over here with that. I think Elwind is what we want equipped. Or just a regular javelin. We don't want to hurt ourselves with counter damage is the big thing. So if these enemies spawn with counter, we don't want to hit ourselves with counter damage. We want Crom to dual strike them instead. Okay, the enemies coming from the center and the right are a little bit of a problem. We could have gotten rid of this guy last turn, which we didn't. What I'd like to do is just leave Robin in range of all of them. This guy having passes it. God, it's a huge, massive problem. What is his max movement range? It's actually right where Lisa's standing right now. Is Lisa threatened by anything else? No. I actually like this, because I can do this. What do we have for ranged attacks? Yes, we have ranged attacks, okay. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to keep the hand axe equipped. I just don't have a lot of space below Robin to stand is the problem. about these guys? I can't stand here because... Okay, what if I do it this way? Sorry guys, I haven't read chat in like 10 minutes, I just realized. I get really into the game. Yeah, there's absolutely no safe places to stand. Well, over here's kind of safe. This guy's counter. Is there any way to pull just this guy over? Should be possible with Noe. And then we would want Lonku on the killing edge. Actually, just give him the bronze bow. Not LeBron's bow, the bronze bow. There's no unlockable LeBron James in this game, unfortunately. Alright, so if we stand here, only the Cavalier can reach Noe, and she can enemy phase him. This seems good. So the last thing we need to do is dance Lisa out of here. Now I think this tile is only threatened by the Cavalier, and that's only if he can move into this position. If we move here, he cannot move into this position. Hold on, I actually want you here. Well, not really. Actually, I want you here, but I want to have more rescue staves available. Alright, we'll just use Libra for this then. No, I'll use Lisa. If I need more rescue stabs later, I'll just figure something out. This attempt's already extremely scuffed anyway, so we're not really... Okay, and then I'm going to rally luck here, boost everyone's combat, and then see how it goes. Okay. That's fine. Really wanted a dual strike there. Okay, that's good. That's okay. That's great. Alright, we got pretty lucky on the left-hand side. We didn't get any problematic enemies. This one is actually the most, funny enough, this one's the most problematic one, but we don't have to fight him at one range anyway, so he's not as scary as he could be. Should I try to bait a dual strike from Cordelia to kill this guy? Or should I just use the fact that I have Gale Force? Alright, let me get caught up on chat. Vivi Cooley's here today. Thank you, Vivi Cooley, for stopping by. Oh my god, guys, 93% of people are voting that they want me to use the Gen 2 units. You guys just want me to suffer. What's the plan with Robin once he hits level 20? I'm not exactly sure. I think I'm going to put him into Sorcerer eventually, but he's just doing fine in Sorcerer right now, so I don't really feel the need to change him. I don't want to waste a second seal early on when I don't have a lot of second seals available, and that actually answers Mike's question as well. Mike is asking why I have Robin in Hero. The reason is because Robin is just doing fine in Hero, and I don't want to waste the second seal on a unit that's already doing fine. What was my first pairing for Robin in my very first playthrough? Yours was the basic choice, Lucina. Let's see. I actually don't remember. It was a very long time ago. My vote from last week for what I'm playing is still up. Yeah, I mean, the community posts don't really go away over time. That post got a lot of votes, by the way. I got 730 votes, I think, which is way more than I expected. It seemed like people were pretty split, which is kind of good because it means people are willing to watch anything that I want to stream, in theory. The reality is, a long time ago, I started streaming my first Fire Emblem 4 playthrough a long time ago, and I only got like between 3 and like 5 viewers on most of those streams. So people are saying that they want to see it, but if I actually start streaming Fire Emblem 4, are people actually going to watch it? I don't know, we'll see. I have more subs now, so maybe more people will show up. LeBron James, might 50, range 1 to 3, crit 45. Can block incoming damage from across the field. Nice one in for SC. Devin says Severa's map is so bad. Yeah, we're going to have to save up a couple of extra rescue stabs if we're going to use Severa. Alright, we got that kill. That's good. This guy is a huge problem. We need to get him out of the way, like, right now. Like, we have no other option. We just have to get him out of the way right now. And he has counter, which really sucks. We're going to deal 33 damage to ourselves. No, we're not. We're going to deal 16 damage to ourselves. This is such a huge problem, especially with Olivia in this position. I can't stand here to fight him at 2 range. He one-shots Noe, and he always hits her. And she can't use the hand axe. This is terrifying. I have no idea how to get past this guy. My whole strategy relies on the fact that I can get past this guy. But I cannot get past him now. So, okay, so hold on. Let's make the best use that we can of Olivia then. If that's the case. If we're gonna do it this way, then let's make the best use of Olivia that we can. If we have to move her anyway. The problem is I'm then going to need Saria to basically hold this position against, let's just say, a lot of enemies. A lot of enemies, more than I can count. More than I am willing to count. But I think this is our best chance, just because this guy rolled the absolute monster set of skills. He has specifically Pavis counter, and how does he have Pavis counter and Hawkeye? That's absurd. That's crazy. All right, we're gonna equip the hammer. We're gonna go for dual strikes. I also want to show off something really fun. With Anathema and my support bonus, I can get a 67% crit rate with Ruin. I'm pretty sure I can get it up to 80%. I've seen 80% crit rates with this, or even higher. So we're going to be going for crits here. Is that correct? Is that what we're going to be doing? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to do crits. All right, let's go for crits here and then hammer dual strikes. Nice, we got a crit. We got a hammer crit dual strike. So we got the exact 2 things that we wanted. Okay, now if my calculations are correct, I'm pretty sure these tiles are always safe. I'm actually not sure about this tile. I know the tiles on the boat are safe. I actually don't know if this tile way up here is safe because I don't normally have to stand here. Normally what I would do is I would kill the general and then I would use Olivia to move Saria out of the way. I can't do that now because I had to use Olivia to get Saria into position. So the whole plan's screwed up. Everything's messed up. I'm going to start sending you up here to deal with the second wave of reinforcements. And you're going to rely on relief for healing. There should be enemies with 2 range attacks. There are enemies with 2 range attacks. A lot of them. Spear as well. The problem is I feel like I need to stand here. So I block Saria from getting attacked. I'm not really sure. Okay. So we're gonna want Javelin. I need to give her the Nosferatu. It's the only way she's gonna survive this phase. How many of these guys have pass? This guy does. This guy shouldn't be able to reach, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. Okay, so the only really problematic one with pass is actually this guy. No, he's actually not that scary. So none of the ones with pass are actually threatening. I can put Lonku here with a bow equipped. Then if anything attacks him, if any flyers run at him from the right-hand side and attack him, he won't deal counter damage to himself anyway. And then we know the boat is safe. This is the situation, by the way, where I said that I was going to need other rescue stabs, and now I don't have them. We know the boat is safe. So we're going to pull our other group back up here to safety. Yeah, from turn 1, this entire attempt has been... I'm probably going to redo this attempt no matter what. Because from turn 1, this entire attempt has been scuffed. I've had Lucina paired up with Olivia the entire time. Just because I couldn't get them unpaired. We can finally unpair this group, but we actually don't really want to... Well, I mean, we can. Ooh, we're actually just safe with Henry. Oh my god, we dealt so much damage to ourselves. We're dead. We're somehow alive. Nice dual guard. I'm pretty sure we're dead, like, very soon. Oh my god. Oh my god, Nosferatu Gaming. Let's go. I think this guy has counter as well. I'm pretty sure that guy had counter as well. We just crit him. We're gonna run out of Nosferatu charges soon, but we can buy more. We got Vengeance. That's really good. I'm a little scared, but I think we might have just swept. Nice Vengeance proc. I don't think it actually mattered because we're at full health, but it was still awesome. Oh god, we actually survived that. How in the world did we survive that enemy phase? I mean, we're not safe yet. We're not safe yet. I'm pretty sure there's still at least one enemy who can reach Zarya. Okay, this is a problem. If any of these guys on the right have counter, Sumia can potentially kill herself here. Oh god, that was scary. If that enemy had counter, she would have just killed herself right there. Wow. Wow. I have no idea how we're still alive. I have genuinely no idea how we survived that. That was absurd. That was complete nonsense. That really just shows why having a Nosferatu tank is so valuable. Our Zarya, her combat stats are not even that good. And she still managed to sweep there. Never punished. I mean, technically I made the best possible play. And I survived, so, you know, I mean, we kind of got that wasn't a punished moment, that was actually a rewarded moment. That was a crazy turn, though. That was an absolute, I won't even lie, that was a crazy, crazy turn. Sever is a great combat unit, but she's up there with one of the least favorite maps to recruit, and her AI is so dumb. That's what Devin is saying. Yeah, her AI is... She's one of the worst green units of all time. She actively tries to run into the enemies and get herself defeated. Goth Girl Boss can nose tank. Olivia's stats are pretty... Yeah, her stats are bad, but she's never going to fight anyway. Wrong house. All skill just as planned. Goth Girl Boss for the win. I'm just that good. What a turn. Thanks Hakasho and Wronghouse for stopping by, and thanks Devin for being here as well. Alright, we're pretty good on ambush spawns. There's going to be 3 more who are going to spawn up here. I actually don't know exactly where they spawn. If I could, I would have really loved to get Cordelia up here, but I can't because there's a mage in the way. So with that in mind, maybe I just try to bounce Sumia up there. But first we need to get rid of these 2. We need to make sure that these 2 are gone. This guy is not as scary as the knight we were fighting before. I'm pretty sure we take him out with Ruin, right? Can't we just ruin him? Yeah, we can just ruin this guy's day. 69 crit rate, by the way, epic. Although because this guy has, because he has Aegis, we actually might want to just hit him with Thunder Dual Strikes. And the Killer Axe. He has an axe equipped himself, so we could even... I think we can switch to the... I didn't bring the Soothing Sword with me. Okay, I'll just use the Killer Axe. So we're going for crits here, we're going for Zarya Dual Strikes. This guy actually cannot hit us because we have Axe Breaker. So there's no danger in fighting him, we're just getting free healing off of him. Now I'm going to use this enemy here to leapfrog across the battlefield. So let me heal you first. Is there any way... Yes, we can do this. Okay. No. Look how many commands she has. She can attack, staff, item, trade, convoy, transfer, rally, switch, separate, or wait. This might be the most number of commands you can have on a single character. Is there any other command you can think of? Is there anything that's missing from this list? Because that would cause overflow. That would cause one of the commands to, like... Because this is the maximum size of the screen. And it has every single command that I think every command that you can do. Alright, we're going to mend Sumia. I don't love the fact that she's still not in full HP. Okay, we're going to be careful this time because last time apparently we couldn't actually one-shot these guys. Or we couldn't one-round these guys even with Chrom's dual strikes. So we're going to have to go like this with the Beast Killer. Okay. Can we send her into a position where the enemy flyers can see her, but the mages cannot? I think that's this position here. This is a little scary because, like I said before, if they spawn with exactly Pavis and counter, it is possible for Sumia to accidentally kill herself here. Having said that, considering I'm probably going to redo this attempt anyway, because this attempt has been really scuffed, I'm just going to risk it. We're going to kill this Arc Thunder guy. Like this. And we're finally going to start healing up and unpairing these units who don't need to be healed, who don't need to be injured and unpaired. I can get relief healing if I fly over here. There are no more ambush spawns to worry about, so we're totally safe. I mean, other than these ones, of course, the ones we planned for. But after this, there's no more ambush spawns, and there's actually no more enemies that appear on this map, so what you see here is what you get. Okay, we're safe so far. Excuse me. And we're safe. Alright, and I think it probably might be boring for you guys to watch me replay the same chapter again, but I do want to redo it because that attempt was just like really scuffed. I don't think this attempt is worth keeping. We used a lot of resources. We used a lot of limited resources here. Like we used way more rescue stabs than we needed to. This guy encounters a little bit of a problem. The actual big problem is these two mages. Who would I want to fight them with? Especially with this guy having Arc Wind, that's just like a problem, I guess. I mean, Lisa. Of course, Robin's the best candidate, but I don't want to use Robin for everything. I want to level up my other characters. What does Lisa's combat look like against them? Pretty good. Pretty good, I would say. They are going to deal 28 damage to her at max, which she takes. So yeah, let's just do it. And we can even heal Robin while we're here. I'm gonna have to get Lucina out of here. I think if I move Robin up here, they'll be fine. I don't think the enemy will even want to attack them. I'm pretty sure they would want to attack. I'm pretty sure they would rather attack Lisa. I can open this chest while I'm here. Free second seal, that's actually going to be useful in the near future. And we'll unpair these two so we can fly next turn if we have to. Alright, who hasn't moved yet? Sumia hasn't moved. Her health is kind of low. I'm actually just going to leave her right here. Just so I get relief healing. And then Cordelia is now at full. That's good. Is there a way I can use her to pull one enemy away? I actually can. Interesting. What does this enemy do to her? 23. If we hit him back with a javelin, we deal like no counter damage to ourselves, but it baits in Beast Killer dual strikes. So this is a really good example of how you use dual strikes to play around counter. So this enemy is going to hit us for 23, and then we're going to hit ourselves for 1 damage, and then we're going to hit ourselves for 1 damage. So we're only taking 25 damage total. But every time we attack, we have a chance for Frederick to hit the enemy for 25 damage. So this is actually this is a much better matchup than it looks like. Lisa should be safe here. Yeah, she's safe. She's always guaranteed safe here. And this is good because it separates these two dangerous enemies. Missed. Hit. Nice, not bad. And then because we're a flyer, we can okay, it doesn't separate them, unfortunately. They decided to stick together, but that's okay. Because we're a flyer, we can just fly away and get free relief healing again, which is nice. And now, actually, this guy is the only one who reaches this square. So maybe we can use this information to split them up again. Let's go here. Here. I'm pretty sure I can heal if I use Olivia. I can heal Lisa back up. I don't know. I can't decide if I'm going to keep this attempt or if I'm going to throw it away and reset it. Feels like both ideas kind of have some merit. It would be nice to fly for the treasure chest, but I think it's actually more important to just be ready to intercept these incoming enemies. So let's keep everyone together in the center. Nice relief healing. Doesn't really matter a lot in this case, but it's better than not getting it. All right, let's do the same thing as last time. I really liked. It might be possible for Noe to fight this guy. No, because he's gonna one-shot her. Right. Yeah, we already determined that. She can't fight this one because he has a sword equipped. How much do we do with the Beast Killer now? 32. We still don't one-shot. Okay, so let's do this. Just train my bow rank and my axe rank on these characters. No damage, that's fine. You still get axe experience. The problem is she doesn't get real experience, which is a little bit sad. She kind of needs real experience. So now Beast Killer one-shots, although, is there any way we can give this kill to Lucina? It seems unfathomable. First of all, we'd have to pair up with this goon. Go over here. 12 damage. Can I get him down to 12, like, safely? It's pretty dubious. I'd have to... That's not gonna work. I have to be careful. I have to be extremely careful here. I don't want... If I mess around too much... If I mess around too much, I'm not gonna have enough firepower to kill this guy. Let's get rid of him first. Should I use Ruin here, or should I just use Thunder? I'm just gonna use Thunder. It's more accurate. Yeah. There was no reason to waste Ruin charges there, especially when our accuracy is still not great. Okay. So in theory, we could potentially set up this kill for Lucina. She desperately needs experience. So badly. Just need to get him down to 12. So we need to deal at least 13 damage to him. We can hit him for 22. So this should work. We're going to unequip Lisa so she doesn't accidentally dual strike. Hit him for 22. Give Henry a little bit of experience as well. And then Lucina can go in. She can get this dual strike. In fact, she can just do it with the Parallel Falchion. Parallel Falchion is really good, by the way. It's much better than Chrome's Falchion. And we get Gale Force. Now we set up to fight the boss. And go loot all these nice treasure chests. Probably should do this. Mend you. Heal you. Now, if we can get Lucina to fight the boss, that would be nice, because she can get some chip experience. Boss having Luna Plus is kind of a problem. It's going to deal 48 damage. Minus 8 defense is going to be 40. He's still going to one-shot her. If we give her defensive pair up, though, she should be able to survive. So a good defensive pair up, possibly Chrome. That's only an extra. That would actually cause him to deal 38, which is still exact lethal. So we need her to get +6 defense somehow. I have no idea how that works. I don't think there's any way to get her +6 defense without using any items. Especially because we're going to be at weapon triangle disadvantage, which is going to be even worse. It's 48 minus... Yeah, that's going to deal 40 damage. If we give her +4 defense, it's going to deal 38 damage, which is still going to be exact lethal. We'd have to use a defense tonic. Oh, she's already using a defense tonic, so yeah, there's no way to fix this. Plus, she probably deals 0 damage to him anyway. And we'll check next turn. Hey, Seowald, thanks for stopping by. Hakusho, you liked my Muriel video? Yeah, it's pretty good. I thought the video came out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. I really like the editing that I did at the beginning. I've been doing this thing lately where I put a lot of effort into editing the videos at the start. Like the beginning part of the video, I put in like custom animations and stuff. The video that I released today, it's on Final Fantasy Tactics, not Fire Emblem, but I did a custom animation at the beginning where this Moogle goes into the shop and actually like steals an item, which was pretty cool. Yeah, Chrom has good stats, but for most of the game, the Falchion is just an iron sword. And yes, these guys are absolutely built. Yeah, we should reset to do a better job of training Lucina and not wasting all our rescue stabs. Nice bullion. We can use that to buy more rescue stabs. If you dance grind Olivia to special dance, then Lucina could live. I'm not doing that. No. Somebody said something recently about how if you spend too many turns on a map, eventually it will stop giving you experience for dancing and healing. I don't think that's true. There's nothing written about that anywhere in the experience formula that I've ever seen, but it would be interesting. How much defense does Robin give? 4. Yeah, so all my options give +4 defense, which is not enough. I could use the Draco Shield or the Seraph Robe on Lucina. Those would be options that would keep her alive on 1 HP. I feel like no matter which configuration of skills this boss gets, it's always going to be impossible for Lucina to fight him unless we use like a committed resource. Oh, we also have an HP tonic. In fact, we could just use an HP tonic. That's like a lower investment. So let's do this. Let's use this HP tonic. It's also going to give Cordelia another chance to use Mend. All right. Let's just see. This is not going to be a good use of our time. Recover Staff is okay. It's actually pretty good for Cordelia because it gives her a lot of experience and it heals despite the fact that she has low magic. Alright, so in theory, we should be able to survive now. Who would we want paired up with us? I'm thinking Robin, so that we can actually deal damage. And then with the Rapier, we can actually deal a decent amount of damage. Excuse me. Oh god. What about the Levin Sword? Deals 2 damage. Alright, I'm going to use Parallel Falchion because I actually don't want to kill him. Which, in fact, that makes me think I don't want the hammer equipped. I would rather have just regular Steel Axe equipped. And then regular Parallel Falchion, yeah. So let's see how much experience we would get from doing this. We should survive on 1. We survive on 4, even. Okay, so I totally miscalculated his damage somehow. Let me calculate this. Okay, he's got 48 damage. We have 20 defense. Oh no, it's because we used the Seraph Robe. Yeah, Seraph Robe will keep us alive on 4 instead of... Well, hold on. 48 minus 10 would be 38. So 38 would actually be exact lethal. Hold on a second. I just spilled something on my shirt. Luckily, I have napkins with me. Okay. What was it? 48... Yeah, 48 minus 10 would be 38, which was her HP before. Because we used a Seraph Robe, we gained 5 HP, so we survive on 4. I don't know how that math works out, but whatever. Hey, Akimbo Infernape, thanks for stopping by. You still think Lonku fathered Laurent as a worthy investment? Both of his parents are good units in their own right. Advantage should make Laurent an extremely effective nose tank. Yeah, so we can't do that on this attempt because we already have Lonku and Noe paired up together. And... well, we're not planning on using Na, but I mean, it doesn't matter. We can't switch their pairings now that we've already paired them up. But in general, yeah, Lonku Laurent is a really good one. Aether YOLO. FFTA, you dread playing that game because of getting the early Syncadia. Yeah, that's exactly what the video is about. It's all about getting the early Syncadia. Okay, I mean, we did pretty good there. We just need to heal back up to full now. Couple more Mend uses. Oh, where's Olivia? Oh, I left her way over here. Whoops. I think if we were going to do this, I would want to get Lucina up to level 2 before we fight the boss. That increases the number one. That increases the chances that we don't need to use like a committed resource for her to be able to fight the boss. And then number 2, it means that her experience the experience she's getting is going to be more valuable because it's going to be getting her progress towards level 2, towards level 3, rather than just going from level 1 to level 2 from fighting the boss. The good thing is we're not really using many resources here. We're just using the Parallel Falchion, which is infinite, and we're using, oh my god, a Steel Axe, which I guess just crits and kills the guy. Alright, well that was our short Lucina training arc. We are going to redo this. I'm not keeping this attempt. It was good that we beat it on the, good that we beat it within 1 hour though, on the 1 hour mark. Right on the 1 hour mark, in fact. We're not going to save. After this chapter, you get access to silver bows and silver lances, which is pretty good. They're better. These are actually better. They're more cost efficient than buying killer lances and killer bows. But unfortunately, you need A rank to use them. Whereas the killer weapons only require C rank, and they're almost exactly the same. So you're basically paying a little bit of extra money for a C rank weapon that's almost as good as a silver weapon, which is pretty cool. Okay, let's do a reset. I know some people are going to be unhappy with that, with me just replaying the same chapter that I just beat, but I think we can do a lot better. We can do significantly better. I made a ton of mistakes. Alright, so let's actually look at these guys over here now. Yeah, so these guys both starting with Pavis, and all 3 of these guys starting with Pavis almost makes me just want to reset, but not yet. Because a lot of these guys on the bottom started with Pavis, I'm going to reset. I can't handle the fact that I can't one-shot them with the Beast Killer. And Crom can't be in 2 places at once. I can have Crom handle one side, I can't have him handle both sides. So I need to get at least one side that Cordelia is capable of handling. Okay, so Cordelia can handle this side, so we should be fine. Now let's make sure every enemy at the top doesn't have counter. It's fine if one of them does, we just can't have every single enemy at the top all having counter. Even 2 is fine. Okay. I'm going to have Cordelia go first because she does have a chance of missing. So we should be able to enemy phase these 2, and then even if this one survives, this one's fine. We won't kill ourselves with counter damage. This one, even if he survives, we can kill him on player phase and still get a turn of... We'll miss out on 1 turn of relief healing though, which is a slight setback. On this side, we're gonna have this group go over. I'm thinking of Javelin. I'm realizing that I can save Beast Killer charges by just using the Javelin with Sumia. This one here, I think I want to just one-shot. Is that true? Yes. The reason is it's gonna force me to not be committed to convoy actions later on. And it's also gonna mean that Sumia gets a turn of relief healing. Alright. What does this guy have? He has Hawkeye. This guy gets Hawkeye and counter. I've noticed, even during my playtesting during the week, this guy gets the exact combination of Hawkeye and counter a lot. Like a ton. It's crazy how often he gets both Hawkeye and counter. Alright, we have to think of a way to have Robin fight against these groups over here without getting overwhelmed. The problem is this guy right here. We already determined that this guy right here, yes, this guy right here has an attack range all on his own. I'm thinking of standing here with the hand axe, and make sure you actually use Elwyn this time. I learned the hard way that Thunder does no damage against these Pegasus. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to try to sweep him, or sorry, these 3, her, and then him. So I'm going to sweep these 4 enemies, and then next turn Robin can deal with, hopefully, these 2 Pegasus, if they don't do the same thing they did last time, where they move onto the bridge and make my entire life I'm miserable. Because this guy's counter, we can't stand... Okay, great. So, so there's two enemies that you can potentially enemy phase on this map. This one, if he doesn't have counter, you can enemy phase him. Unfortunately, he has counter, so we can't do it. This one, if he doesn't have counter, you can enemy phase him. Unfortunately, he has counter, so we can't do it. So, in this situation, what do we do instead? I'm actually okay with this opener. Let's see what our combat against him looks like. Superior Edge. 24 plus 18 is 42. We'd actually die. So we can't fight him even with a Superior Edge. Okay, so we're going to do it with a bow. And then we're going to hope for Lucina to get Dual Strike to finish him off. In fact, can she one-shot him with the rapier? I doubt it. In fact, I think we already calculated she can't. Yeah, she can. What's 26 plus 17? No, we would die. Okay. So we're going to use Long Q with the bow, and we're just going to aim for rapier dual strikes. Nice. And if we didn't get them, what we could do is just rescue this group back up here, and it should be fine. Okay, so the next one is this guy. Now this one doesn't have counter, so we can enemy phase him. The problem is I really want Lucina in the front. So how do I get Lucina in the front here? I want Lucina here. So I need to rescue to this position. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to rescue Lanku up here. Then I'm going to grab Lucina. Let me make sure this guy's the only one who reaches this tile. Yes, it's true. Okay, so then I'm going to grab Lucina. I'm going to put her in the lead. She has 23 speed with the Noe parent, which I think is enough to double this guy. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah. Actually, she does it without Noe, so maybe we should split them up. Yeah, I'm going to split them up so that I have more units available next turn. This should be fine. The only one who's in a little bit of danger here is Robin. It mostly has to do with when they take counter damage. Okay, taking counter damage there is really good. That's going to give us multiple chances to heal ourselves back up. Nice. So we're back to full. This guy should two-range us anyway. This is fine. Okay, we really want to one-shot this guy so we get relief healing. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. No relief healing this turn. Nice. Okay, so Robin is back to full. That's really good. Problem is, we don't know where the other Pegasus are going to go. Didn't one round them, but we dealt a lot of damage. And we can finish them off and then trigger Gale Force. They moved over here again. Why are they doing that? Why aren't they moving this way towards Robin, who's isolated? I don't know. We should be able to take care of these two. We have to untangle a little bit of a web here, though. Desperately need some relief healing here. Eduardo Cortez says, just joined, why are we restarting the map? I just wasn't happy with it. I made a lot of errors in the first few turns, but then I played out the attempt anyway. And I didn't expect to win. I ended up winning, but I used like 16 Nosferatu charges. I used like 3 Rescue Staff charges, and I didn't get very much experience onto Lucina. And my goal is to get experience onto Lucina, to use only 1 Rescue charge, and to use... I'll use Nosferatu charges if I have to. I'm not that worried about the Nosferatu charges, but we used way too many resources other than that, though. Is there a way that I can take out this guy? Hold on. Potentially. Do I deal enough damage? Probably not. Okay, unfortunately I have to use this guy to trigger Gale Force, because I can't reach up here without doing that, but that also, it's going to be taking a kill away from Lucina. Well, I might be able to set up a kill against this one. How much damage does Noe do to him? 9 damage. 8. We might be able to set something up here. Problem is we're committing a lot of resources into doing this, but I think it's okay. Okay, this should injure him to the point where, yes, this is great. Okay, so now we can bounce Sumia over here. She can kill him guaranteed with a Javelin. Then she triggers Gale Force, which is going to allow us to run up here, and she can take out either one of these flyers that she needs to. I think this one's going to be the one that's more important to take care of because he's so far out. Like, it'll be hard for any other unit other than Sumia to reach this guy. So I think we take this one out. But before that, we have to figure out what we're going to do about this bridge. Because we need to get a character to defeat this Pegasus Knight and stand on this bridge and not get defeated by this enemy. And we also have to factor in that this enemy here has pass. That's a lot. That's like a lot of things to keep track of. That is a lot to keep track of. And then we also have to make sure that we have someone in position to fight this guy. Not the end of the world, but it's certainly a consideration. Okay. We've already determined, I think we've determined on previous attempts that Lisa can fight these knights, right? She can, yeah. Totally fine. I mean, what does this one have? Yeah, he has nothing that threatens her at all. So we're going to go like this. We're going to go here. We're going to hit this guy with double L Thunder to get him out of the way. Perfect. This guy is not a huge concern. So now we need to put somebody here who can eliminate this Pegasus. Here or here, who can eliminate this Pegasus and then also fight the Knight and the Cavalier on enemy phase, which is obviously Robin. I'm just wondering if Saria can do it. She's going to have 37 plus 16 plus 16 plus 6 plus 6 effective HP. She's going to have 81 effective HP. These enemies are going to deal 35 plus 33. These enemies are going to deal 68 damage to her. I'm pretty sure Saria survives in this position. The problem is this is pretty risky. This is... I would honestly love to leave her here, but I don't think I can. I think it has to be Robin because there's no way to guarantee that she can kill this enemy. It's just too risky. It's a 62%. That's unfortunate. No, hold on. We determined last time that we actually need Elwind. Otherwise, we can't get rid of this guy. Is that right? Maybe he had Pavis last time. Because it looks like I can take care of him with no problems. Even if I don't dual strike. Yeah. Something must have gone wrong last time. Alright, it's a little bit unfortunate. Robin is stealing a little bit of experience here, but it's like it's workable. It's not a horrible situation. It's just slightly less than ideal. Alright, we're gonna jump up here. We're gonna take this guy out. One-shot him. I'd like to get relief healing. I'm not sure if I'll be able to. Oh, interesting. Something still reaches her. What is it? Is it Elwind? It's Arc Thunder? No, it's not Arc Thunder. What is reaching her? Is it this guy? Oh, this guy has a spear. Is he going to attack her? If I knew that this guy could reach, I would have done a ranged attack. I don't think he's gonna attack her anyway. I'm pretty sure he's gonna attack. Yeah, he should attack Lisa. Even if he attacks her, it's not a huge deal. He can't kill her, can he? 33 minus 19 is 14 damage. Yeah, he can't kill her. So if he attacks her, it just means we're not gonna get rid of that guy. Okay, got one more problem to take care of, and it's specifically this guy. So first we have to heal Lucina. Ugh. Actually might be better to use the hand axe here. Just because I have so few actions available. I only have these 3 actions available. And there's like almost no safe place for her to stand either. How likely is the hand axe to get the kill here? Extremely likely. I'm pretty tempted to use the hand axe here. Lucina needs the experience more than Libra does, but there's no way for Lucina to fight this enemy safely. And then also be prepared to fight the knight. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work at all. See, this is the problem with training Lucina, is there's no situations where they have actually like good combat. Alright, so if we're gonna have Lonku fight this guy, he's gonna take something less than 38 damage, which is totally fine. I'd actually love for Lonku to fight this guy, but I think whoever I move next to Lonku is gonna get attacked instead, unfortunately. Because this guy's not gonna attack Lonku. He's much smarter than that. Libra can do it. Problem is I need them to heal Lucina. Okay, so what if I stand here? Now I'm going to trade the Armor Slayer into your hands in case you get attacked. I'm going to equip the... Nope. I'm going to equip the Titania Axe, and I'm going to heal Lucina. This should be fine. I think we're guaranteed safe this turn. The only issue is if the guy with the spear attacks Sumia, it's just going to waste a turn. Okay, yeah, he went after... I had a feeling he would go after Alyssa. Chess key, we're going to save that for later. He does go after Libra. Interesting. Okay, we're doing much better this time. We're doing so much better this time. We are doing significantly better. Now we have a pretty good chance of getting rid of this guy before he causes problems for us. Issue is he has a pretty deadly combination of skills. We want to attack him at 2 range if we can. We can definitely start chipping him at 2 range, but I don't know about actually defeating him this turn. We'd have to get Robin all the way down here. Can we do that? We might be able to, honestly. If I can guarantee that I'll actually kill this guy this turn, I think it's possible to bounce Robin across the map. The issue is I don't know if I can guarantee that. What would Robin's combat against him look like? Well, first of all, we'd be using Saria, but either way. We're going to be dealing 30 plus 29, 59 damage, minus an absurd 28 defense. So we're going to be dealing 31 per hammer hit. So ideally, we need to get his health low enough, and we need Robin to dual strike twice with the hammer. That doesn't seem super likely, but we can rely on Ruin. Ruin is going to be dealing 27 minus 12. Ruin will deal 45 damage if it crits, which is very likely to crit at least once. Okay, I like this plan. I just have to make sure that we can do everything that we need to do. Especially in terms of these enemies. It would be nice if we could leave somebody in position to fight this guy. Alyssa might be able to do it. He does have Luna, but that doesn't matter. So if we put her here, she kills this guy. And then on enemy phase, she's going to kill this guy. Yes. Next we have to get rid of him. I'm going to use... Ugh. I can use Long Q for this. Bronze Bow. He's gonna hit me for 24 unless I dodge. Nice, I dodged. Ooh, and a nice dual strike too. Okay, unfortunately, no, we can't fight this guy safely because she would be able to bait in Armor Slayer attacks. But it's just not possible. I'm thinking of getting rid of this guy this turn. And then using Gale Force. No, I can't do that. Because I have to use Olivia to dance Robin. So I have to do it this way. I'm going to use the Wolf Bow here. We are desperate for damage here. Even 3 extra damage is like better than nothing. We really want crits, we really want dual strikes, we want crit dual strikes. We didn't get any of that, but that's okay. Now if we get a single ruin crit, we will instantly defeat this guy, which is very feasible. And if we move to this position, we can dance. And we should be able to reach the enemy now. We're going to go for hammer dual strikes and ruin crits. Got it. Now the scary thing is that Cordelia could just die here. I think we determined last time that the one with the javelin starts further away. So if I move to like this position, I should have to only fight 1 or maybe 2 guys in melee range with the Beast Killer. The problem is, once again, if they roll, there's just nothing you can do about this. If they roll exactly counter and Pavis, there's like no real way to do anything about it. They just get to kill you for free with reflected counter damage. Okay, I think everyone's safe right now. Let's see what happens. I'm not sure about Saria, actually. I don't know if she's in range of any enemies. She is, okay. So it looks like that's good information. The bottom left group, when they spawn, they actually cover about half of the boat tiles. I've been wanting to test that anyway. Like, what? You can't play around that. There's no way to play around that. Oh, he spawned with the exact skills that instantly kill me. That's fun. And this one also had exactly Hawkeye, so I had no chance of dodging him. I like how when your flyer dies and they're carrying somebody, that person just like jumps over to the ship. That's pretty funny though. He just like got like yeeted over there. All right, well that attempt failed. Time to try again. Yeah, Lucina wasn't training in her training arc. What is the plan for Lucina? You recall me saying that I thought I might turn her into a cleric. Yeah, we're not going to do that. I was going to do that if I was going to use her as a staff user, but I'm just going to be training her to pair up with Cynthia, and then they're both going to be dual strike attackers. And in order to do that, I just have to start training Lucina right now to just get her combat stats, which means going through Great Lord. Yeah, that was brutal. Hey Jade, and hey too Fluffy. That was just, ugh, that was gross. That was disgusting. I hate when they do that. This guy right here, same combination. Both of them, same combination. Exactly Pavis and counter. I hate Pavis so much. I really hate Pavis. I don't mind counter. If it was just counter, I wouldn't care. Pavis is just like what really makes everything else worse. This configuration kind of sucks. This can work, but I need a Frederick dual strike, so I'm just going to go for it, and then if it doesn't work, I'll just do a quick reset. Yeah, we didn't get it. Okay. I'm just going to reset. Because otherwise, there's going to be multiple enemies left alive, and enemies with 2 ranged weapons left alive. It's just not worth playing that out. Madriga Man says, can't those enemies be dealt with better in the player phase? Not really, because I'll show you. Hold on a second. Wait till I'll show you once I start the map. Oh my god. Same skill. Okay, so once I start the map, you'll see, but when the enemies spawn, they spawn like over here, and so their max movement range is like around here. So if you don't deal with them on enemy phase on the turn when they spawn, what's going to happen is you're going to have multiple flyers just hanging out here over the water, and then you have to send your units over here to deal with them. Now, in theory, that itself is okay, because we could send like Sumia and Cordelia over to deal with them. The issue is, then on the next turn, there's going to be more flyers who are going to spawn over here. And then because we're over here, we're not in position to deal with these ones. So on the next turn, these ones are going to be over here. So then we have to fly all the way back over here to deal with them. And then that's going to leave us way out of position, because on the next turn, there's going to be flyers who are going to spawn up here that we have to deal with. And then we're going to be way over here, so we can't deal with these ones. And then on the following turn, these flyers are going to be here, and they're basically just going to have coverage of the entire map. So you won't notice it right away, but what happens is if you don't deal with these ones right away, it causes a chain effect where you have to deal with these ones, then you have to deal with these ones, and then you can't be in position to deal with these ones. And because you haven't done that, these flyers up here are going to be covering so much of the map that your other units are not going to have any safe positions to stand on. I hope that explains it. Basically, if we don't deal with the first group of reinforcements right away, the third group of reinforcements is going to overwhelm the rest of our team. Yeah. Especially because we're typically not going to get an epic Nosferatu sweep like we did last time. That was extremely lucky. Excuse me. Alright, we need this to not miss, please. Thank you. Alright, we're in a good position. Got the hiccups, though. Really bad hiccups. Oh god, stop, please. Now these ones having Pavis Encounter is not as big of an issue, because we can deal with them by having Crom dual strike them. Like so. So Sumia is much better equipped to deal with them, but only on player phase, not on enemy phase. Also, because we know that this square over here is threatened, we can use that information next time. Alright, so these enemies, we can deal with this one on player phase, so let's just do this. After what happened last time, though, I kind of want to be up here. Yeah, let's do this. Nice dodge. Oh crap, I don't have the Beast Killer in the second spot. In this case, what do? You're just fighting with the Steel Lance, I think. I definitely messed up there, though. These guys are not threatening. Okay, this guy's... If I stay out of his range, I think I can fight the other group safely. So I should be able to go here. Hand axe. And then go like this. With Elwind. We will take counter damage only one time, and then the other enemies aren't really capable of damaging us at all. So we'll just take 0 damage from their attacks. Unfortunately, this means we can't leave somebody in position to deal with this Cavalier, so we're going to have to deal with him later. Finally, we got a configuration where this guy is possible to fight. Can Lucina fight him? He's going to deal 34... Yeah, he's going to deal 34 damage. We always double him, right? Yes. So who's our best para partner? I'm pretty sure it's Noe. For strength. Go here. Go like this. We're going to rally luck, so we have a better chance of dodging his attack. We're going to put Henry next to you, and the rest of you can just hang around. Actually, we could theoretically... It's a little bit too late now because I moved Henry already, but it could have been possible to have Lisa fight these two guys. Is it still possible? Let's see. 35 plus 38. $73 minus 13 is 47. No. We need the Henry pair up to be able to survive, because he gives so much defense to her. Yeah, no. I'd rather... And unfortunately this guy has Hawkeye. The hardest hitting one has Hawkeye, so I can't rely on the fact that I would dodge his attack either. So yeah, let's just get into a position where we can contribute next turn. If you rally luck twice, it doesn't stack, by the way. You still just get... It's not like +8 luck, it's still just regular +4. That sucks. I think that actually body blocks the guy that I want to fight. That's fine. I think I'm body blocking an enemy that I want to fight. I feel like he would have moved by now if he was capable of fighting me. I think that position is not a good position. Yeah, using the Steel Lance is fine. It's actually probably more optimal if they don't have counter to just use the Steel Lance. Alright, so Lucina got 1 kill. Yeah, that's annoying. So this guy actually ended up surviving just because Robin couldn't get rid of them. Oh god, this is so much worse than the last few attempts. How do you even deal with this? Can I even get Olivia up there? I can. But then she's threatened by this guy. Because we left too many enemies alive. Specifically this one. If this one was gone, we would be fine. I mean, not fine, but would be okay. We might just have to reset right now. We might already be hecked. What did we do last time to solve this? We needed to do this to set up this kill. I'm playing this out anyway just so that I can like internally memorize these actions that I'm going to need to do on future attempts, so that I don't make mistakes on future attempts, in theory. In practice, I'm just going to constantly keep making mistakes anyway. Yes. So this is fine. We can enemy phase this guy if we stand here. I don't like the prospects of Lisa fighting all of these guys. Let's test it out. Let's see what it's like. Let's see what Lisa's combat is like if she has to fight these two. And then on the top side, well, right now Robin can just enemy phase this guy, but then who's gonna fight him? I mean, Libra can do it, right? So we're gonna heal you. Yeah, I was too focused on thinking about getting Robin out of there, but actually Robin doesn't need to get out of there. Robin can just stand there. And then you are going to just hang out and get a free turn of healing. Alright, we know that like these squares are threatened by all 3 enemies. In fact, we know that this square was threatened by the enemy, which means the edge of the enemy's attack range is here. So if I stand here, I'm threatened by all of them. If I stand here, I'm only threatened by one enemy. That might be the way to solve this problem. Is to have Cordelia stand in a spot that's only threatened by one enemy. Olivia dual striking for 0 damage. You love to see it. Okay, that's pathetic, but better than nothing, I guess. That's good. That dodge really helps. I think that guarantees Lisa's survival. Soul proc there is okay, I guess. This is good because we're clearing out these enemies, which is going to make our direct path to the enemy general a little bit easier. Okay. So, we know that... What square was it that... It must have been this... This square must have been threatened. Either this... Where did we have Saria standing last time? I'm actually going to... Hold on a second. And for S, he says, the joy of training a trainee unit is babysitting them in a highly hostile environment for a marginal gain of advantage. This is why I play Fire Emblem. Well, that and the waifus. Yeah, there's just something about training a weak unit and making them eventually strong, which just feels good. Alright, I'm actually going to look at the stream archive because I need to see where these Pegasus are spawning. Let's go back more than a few minutes to find this information. Was this it? Sort of. We're like almost there. Okay, here we go. Okay, so yeah, so Saria was standing on top of the staircase, and the enemy could just barely reach her. Which means the edge of the enemy attack range reaches this staircase. So if Cordelia is standing right here, she will only have to fight one enemy. The problem is... No, this is not a problem. I actually know for sure which one... I know that the one with the spear spawns on the left-hand side because we tested that before. So if I'm standing here, there should only be one enemy who can reach me, and it's going to be a melee fighter. I don't know if I can guarantee that, but I feel moderately confident about it. The other thing I can do is this. We'll use our Forged Flux Tome here, which is stronger than Elfire Tome, by the way, which is nuts. This is going to allow us to pile a lot of damage onto him before we have to fight him, potentially in melee range. And that might make the difference. Okay. So the issue now is going to be getting Robin across the map. Which is not possible. What about Sumia? Can Sumia actually deal with this guy? I don't think so. I mean, in theory, we take 40 damage here. But we don't actually kill him is the problem. So then we would... Yeah, the second reflective counter hit will actually take us out. What's the other option? Lonku? Armor Slayer? 11 damage to ourselves plus 30 damage from him is actually going to kill us. This guy right here is an issue as well. Can I get into any better position? I mean, I could put Sumia here, right? She has to kill this Armor Knight. Then I move her here. I just pray for dual strikes and crits. This still isn't great. We're just not dealing any damage to him. That's the problem. His defense is just insane. Hey, Jaden. Even if she does 0 damage, that's free weapon rank. You're way far behind. Yeah. Akimbo Infernape says, out of curiosity, have I ever played Devil Survivor? I think I have. I think I played the first one. Is it? It's like an isometric strategy RPG set in the Shin Megami Tensei universe. I think I played the first one a little bit. I didn't finish it though. Sounds familiar. I'm pretty sure I've played it. It'd be nice if we could get over here. This would be a perfect position to attack from. Alright, well, I mean, one way or the other, we're either going to kill him or we're not going to kill him. Okay, so we got rid of him. That's actually really good. That takes a lot of pressure off of Robin. Because now the only thing Robin has to do is just sweep as many of these enemies up here as possible. This one we can fight safely. This one we cannot fight safely. This one we cannot fight safely. Perfect. It's always the two in front, too. It's always the two in front that you can't fight safely, because then that also makes it so you can't fight the third one safely, because you can't. There's two dangerous enemies in front of them. This one we can fight safely. This one we can fight safely. Safe. 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 Okay, this is pretty good, because we can sweep these 5. This guy's going to be a problem on future turns, but he does fight at 2 range, so he's not a huge problem right now. Okay, we're going to need to have... Because this guy has passed, I'd actually rather get rid of him right now. The issue is... Oh, it's not really an issue, because I can just attack him from here. Switch to Thunder, I think. Oh, let me see what my recruit rate is with Ruin against this guy. I swear, yeah, I've got it up to 72 here. I'm pretty sure I've gotten it up to 80% before. Alright. So we're going to do this. Nice. That's perfect. Heal us back to full. That's just what we needed to get us out of this pinch. Because we're in kind of a bad situation on the top half. Bottom half is looking kind of gross as well, honestly. Kind of gross, but I mean, I don't know. We just have to, we have to figure something out. Particularly with these two guys both having Luna and counter. Like, what do you do against that? I do not know. Gotta be careful that I don't stand in range of the flyers. This tile should be safe. Okay, so we have a Beast Killer here to one-shot anything that attacks us in melee range. We have Elf Thunder here, which is actually not ideal, but... I mean, it is what it is. I'd love to trade her back to Overrated Javelin if I can. Lisa should be completely safe. This square, I think, should be safe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually give you the Beast Killer, I think, is the better play here. And then we're going to open this chest while we're here. Okay. Is there anything that Lucina can fight safely? I don't think so. I mean, if anything, it would be this guy, but that's, like, no way, right? Like, no way. He's gonna deal 38 minus 16 to us. That's 22 damage. If we hit ourselves twice for 5 damage, we actually only take 32, so Lucina actually survives here. And we get some lance rank. Unless I miscalculated something, this should be fine. If that's the case, I'm actually going to send Libra over here with Titania's Axe, and I'm going to Rally Luck. Okay. Let's see what the flyers do. Okay. Sure. Do not understand why that happened. I'm really not wanting to train Lucina right now. We're gonna do it anyway, because that's what the people want. And she will eventually, I have to keep stressing this, she will eventually be good. It's just very frustrating to train her at first, because when she joins, she actually really sucks. She really sucks on her join map. There's nothing on this map that she's good at fighting. Okay, it looks like the one with the spear can reach me. The complete opposite of what I thought was true. And I didn't even have to do that. I only did that because I calculated that she would survive. So how is 22 plus 10 equal to 38? That makes no sense. It should be 32. Why did that happen? With these armor knights, where are Lance Reaver when you need him? Lance Reaver is actually pretty tough to get by this point in the game. The only way to get Lance Reaver... I can't think of any way that you could possibly get Lance Reaver before this chapter. You would have to switch Frederick over to Griffin Knight as soon as possible, and even then... My Frederick right now is still only a level 13 Great Knight. So imagine resetting him from level 10 Great Knight to level 1 Griffin, and then finding some way to train him all the way up to 15. I just don't think it would be possible. Other than that, the only other candidates are like Sully, Pan. Church wouldn't do it. She couldn't get to level 15 before this chapter. So you would have to switch Sully or Pan to a Wyvern very, very early, and feed them a ton of experience. This configuration looks good. No, I calculated for Luna. I calculated it for Luna. That's the crazy part. I don't know. Maybe I'm just tired. Nice. Cordelia hasn't missed one time. That's really good. She was missing a lot in my test attempts, even though she has basically over a 90% chance it's a true hit. She was still missing a lot. Okay. Let me make sure first that I put the Beast Killer into the first slot. That way if I have to do a convoy manipulation, I will be in a good position. Which I actually think I'm going to do. Let me get into a better position. I just noticed I moved away from the microphone. Sorry about that. I can move the mic around as well. I don't know if the microphone position is good. I think it's probably okay. Yeah, so here we can do a convoy manip. Send this away. Now we'll have the Beast Killer equipped, which is going to allow us to fight this guy. Cordelia can fight these two on enemy phase. Actually, they're a little bit scary. They actually might be able to kill her with 2 attacks. If she doesn't dodge their attacks, she might actually just die here. So that is an issue, but I've never encountered this in all of my test runs, so we're going to find out right now. And if she can't survive against that configuration, then we'll know that for the future. This group is a little dangerous. What about this group? Okay, this group is a lot less dangerous, so I might be able to do something where I have Robin on the right-hand side. It's just one guy who has counter, right? Yeah. If only one enemy has counter. The problem is he's in the worst position. If he was like in like this position, I could actually use that to my advantage. Him being here is kind of a problem. Because it means I can't deal with the spear guy this turn. Actually, I have a really bad matchup against the spear guy this turn anyway. It's going to be pretty difficult for me to one-round him. A lot of them have Luna too. This is scary. What about this guy? What does he have? Counter, of course. Okay, I like this position right here. I don't know. Hand axe, I guess. The problem is we actually had pretty good center RNG last time. I don't think we're going to get center RNG. Yeah, we already messed up. We've already don't have the good center RNG that we had last time. This guy we can fight at least. That's one saving grace. Use the Noe pair up again. Unfortunately, these two enemies are actually going to be a problem very soon, because they both have counter. I want Olivia... I actually want Olivia here. No. I want Olivia here. And then Lisa here. Alright, let's see what happens. I think Cordelia might actually be dead here. You want to fight the one with counter early on. Unfortunately, that's not happening. He's not attacking me. Okay, I think... No, this is not the one with counter. Yeah, fighting the one with counter early on is best, but of course, he just doesn't want to attack me. So... just have to take it when we can get it. Yeah, he's going to attack me last, isn't he? Absolute clown. Alright, that dual guard, I think, pretty much just saved Cordelia. Yeah, she would not have been able to take 2 hits. So we got pretty lucky there. This is why we raise our support ranks to S, so we get dual guards. Lucina dodging there is pretty clutch. She's in a much better position than she was in the last attempt. Unfortunately, this guy just decided not to move. But actually, he's the one with counter, though, so that kind of works to our favor. That means we can do... That actually opens up a lot of possibilities. Spear. Problem is this guy having counter. It kind of ruins all my plans. I can have somebody move here and just snipe this guy like Lanku. Let me think about that. That's a possibility. This guy having counter is a slight issue. It's not the end of the world, but it is an issue. How do I want to deal with this configuration? The good thing is we actually freed up Sumia, so she doesn't have to fly all the way up here this turn. She can just hang out down here and help out against these enemies. Which actually I'm going to do that anyway. Might be a good idea to take care of this guy and then start chipping this guy down. But if I do that... Oh, I can't actually chip this guy down. You can't actually attack him from here anyway, okay. I could maybe put her in position to fight the Arcwind guy, because I know she survives against him. Let me see if I can take care of these two first. These two are actually pretty scary. I can't do what I did last... Well, no, I can do what I did last time, but it's gonna change things drastically. I have to start clearing this group, and a lot of them have counter. In fact, all of them have counter. Honestly, feels like a good time to use Nosferatu. No, because the one that we really want to heal off of actually has Aegis. Okay. The thing is, I want to make as much headway as possible. This square is actually really good for Lonku. But I need him to have Noe, and he can't get Noe. Because Lucina has Noe. I can do this. Her matchup's not great. Okay, let's do this. I don't like wasting Lucina's action here, but I just don't see a better way. She can actually fight this guy. Then we go like this. Now the spear fighter will attack Lonku. I have to make sure I keep other characters out of his range. I'm pretty sure I can get away with this. Elf Thunder is 16. That's 32. Plus 16. Let me get my calculator just so I don't make any more mistakes. That is 48, so yeah, we kill. So I guess I have to use Elf Thunder to get rid of these guys. Oh, I can't because he actually has Aegis. Okay, I'll have to use the short spear here. I don't think the Javelin does it. We found out last time the hard way the Javelin actually doesn't finish this guy. Alright, so this is okay. Now the problem is we're kind of caught between two groups of Armor Knights. So this square right here is actually safe. So what if I put Lisa here? She can wipe this guy with Henry's magic boost. Now this one feels very likely to attack Lucina. Oh, actually, no, sorry. Lucina's now out of his range. I can actually dance for Lucina. I haven't danced yet. Interesting. Well, then what if I dance Lisa forward, and I just have her get rid of the other Armor Knight? Doesn't that seem like a better use of my actions? I mean, yes, it kind of screws Lucina out of getting some experience, but I'm learning it's very, very hard to get her experience on this map. Very difficult. Extremely difficult to get her experience on this map. And if I stand over here somewhere, I can actually chip this guy down. I can take his attack. Problem is, it's going to leave Sumia on low health next turn, which is not ideal. Well, what is his chance of hitting me? It's actually a 50-50. What if I do this? Let me grab my Javelin now. Oop, not that one. I don't know if this is going to work, but I want to try it. I think we get this kill, and then we Gale Force back to safety. I'm pretty sure this works. 38 minus 8 is... Okay, I see what I did last time. I miscalculated. I miscounted something last time. So yeah, if these guys have counter, we can't fight them safely. But we do have Gale Force, so we can dance back to safety using Gale Force. Now you have a Javelin equipped, so you can enemy phase this mage. We can heal Lucina back up. And then you're just going to get a free turn of relief healing. Nice guard. Nice crit. Was not needed at all. This is fine. Perfect. Unfortunately, we didn't dodge the 50-50. That's probably okay. Flux here, Elf Thunder here. We want crits, we want dual strikes. We did get a dual strike, that helps a lot. That actually helps a lot. And this guy not having Pavis this time also helps immensely. It basically cuts the threshold in half for finishing this guy off this turn. Okay. Well, in that case, if I go... Problem is, I actually really want Cordelia and Frederick to start getting experience. We're probably going to have to pull Longku to safety with a rescue staff, but we haven't used a rescue yet, so we're kind of okay on that front. These guys, finally we got a configuration over here where these 3 guys are not dangerous. This guy is moderately dangerous, not dangerous, very dangerous. Okay, so if we stay out of this guy's range, I think we'll actually be fine. Problem is I actually want to be standing here, but I can't stand here. So that's kind of a problem. Alright, if we know that we're only going to fight... Well, hold on. If we're going to rescue Lonku anyway, then why don't we use Lonku to get rid of this guy? Because he's one of the most problematic ones. Yeah. Yes. And we could potentially even dance for him. And then use him to remove this one. No, because then we'd have to rescue both Olivia and Lonku. I only want to use one rescue staff on this chapter. We can dance for him, but if I dance for him, it's going to be to rescue Olivia. And in fact, I don't think I can dance for him because I really need to dance for Robin. I think that's what we've determined, is that I need to dance for Robin. Okay, yes, we need to have Lucina fight this knight. It would also be really good if she could get some kind of pair-up that's going to help her, but I don't think we can. Okay. 0 damage, that's nice, I guess. Frederick only hits this guy for 6 damage. That's how cracked he is. Just imagine that. I think I'm going to have to do this. And I feel pretty okay about it. We're going to go Elf Thunder here. We want the Steel Bow. No, we want Elwind. That's fine. Now we're going to go... I actually don't think I want to move her. Actually, I kind of forgot about Gale Force. I actually want to leave her in that position anyway. What I want to do is this. Right? I just don't feel like risking having Cordelia get hit again. I'll put her here. I don't think anything will be able to reach her in this spot. This should allow Sumia to fight all the incoming enemies with relative safety. If they get like an absolutely disgusting combination of skills, if they have like every single skill possible, that gives them the exact configuration needed to punch through Sumia's HP, defense, and the fact that she should be able to damage them without dealing too much counter damage to herself, because Crom is going to be the one dual striking, I think we'll be okay. The bridge is completely safe this turn. So let me move Lonku over here then. I think this should be fine. The only alternate thought process is to dance for Lonku. And then rescue Olivia. That way Lonku has more freedom on where to reposition. Oh, there's a bunch of chat. I'm sorry, guys. Olaron, thanks for stopping by. Let's see. Oh, you were looking for a Lance Reaver weapon, okay. Miracle Dang, thanks for stopping by. You gave your Lucina rally speed so she could still contribute before she could do combat, but Gale Force will get some insane value once she's trained. What is my long-term Lucina plan? Right now I just need to get her combat stats up, and then I'm eventually going to pair her up with Severa. Sorry, not Severa, Cynthia. And they're going to be fighting together as just like dual Gale Force attackers. Hey, is it Hate Ball, I would guess, or H8 Ball? Thanks for stopping by. You finally caught a stream? Well, I'm glad you made it. Even though these days, I mostly ignore chat and just focus like 100% on the game. I'm very sorry about that. I just love this game so much, I get really into it. Alright. So if we're doing this, I'm pretty sure... I kind of want to do this. Nosferatu hits pretty hard here. How much damage are they dealing to her? Pretty high. She can't take a lot of hits if she doesn't use Nosferatu here. Let's use Nosferatu. Nice, we managed to save one charge. This is going to allow her to gain some experience, which I think is going to be important. I can also use Lucina to bait this one out. And Nosferatu is, well, it would play around counter, but actually these guys are going to be fighter at 2 range anyway. It's mostly playing around the fact that these guys have Luna and Hawkeye, so they're like guaranteed to hit her, and they're going to hit her for high damage. So the Nosferatu is going to allow her to heal back up, so she doesn't take too much damage. Alright, I don't have enough actions available to do anything with Lucina other than just stand here and fight this guy, which she can do safely. Let me make sure he's the only one that can reach her. No, these guys have overlapping ranges. I'm glad I caught that. I can put someone here to fight this guy. Okay, if that's the case, then actually what I want to do is this. I want to rescue Lonku over here. Dance for him. Is it fine if he enemy phases both of these? Because I would love if he could enemy phase this mage. Let's see, 31 plus 34. It's going to be 65. Minus 21. Minus 5 is 39. No, he doesn't survive. We would need a way to guarantee that he's going to dodge one of these attacks. And it's likely that he'll dodge one, but I don't think I can guarantee it. Sad, but we'll just unpair these two. Use them next turn. Alright, so that was our one rescue staff. As long as we don't use any more rescue staffs for the rest of this chapter, I'll feel pretty good. Looks like we didn't need Nosferatu after all. Yeah, we did not need Nosferatu there. But better safe than sorry. See, that's actually one of the weaknesses of Nosferatu, is when you don't need it, and you have it equipped anyway, you end up wasting a lot of charges. As opposed to Soul, where if I didn't need Soul that turn, then I just, like, it wouldn't have mattered if it triggered or not. I wouldn't have lost any resources. Oh, that was scary. Alright, let's see what this one has. This one has Counter and Hawkeye. We actually could have fought him safely, but we didn't know that at the time. Alright, so we're gonna... In fact, let's do it from over here, so we can get relief healing and be in a good position for next turn. Okay, now the really dangerous ones are coming. This guy is particularly extremely scary. I think I can stay out of his range. Yes, if I stand right here... Okay, so this square is actually pretty important. I discovered this last time, I'm discovering it again now. This square right here is very important. If you set your Nosferatu sweeper here, they're probably guaranteed to survive. I can't really see a way that she could possibly die. The big problem is she's going to deal a lot of counter damage to herself. She's dealing more counter damage than she's healing with Nosferatu is the issue. If I could get rid of counter enemies and then, like, retreat back to... and then, like, rescue back to safety, that would work, but the problem is I don't want to waste rescue staff charges. And Lucina's my only character who can, like, dance back to safety. I could have her do this, but she just doesn't deal any damage with the Levin Sword. Okay, we won't hit ourselves for counter damage against him. We'll only hit ourselves with counter damage against him and him. So what if Okay, what if I ignore the bridge square and I actually use this square? And I get rid of this guy right now. Is there any way for me to get rid of this guy now and then trade Nosferatu into my hands afterwards? Because I don't want to waste this many Nosferatu charges. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is 10 charges. I mean, I have 11 charges. I'm just going to have to go for it. And I want to have the Killer Axe equipped. Yes. Because honestly, I need Robin to be dual striking here to save Nosferatu charges. Okay, so Saria, she should be safe here. She's going to sweep these 4 enemies this turn. Now, the actual problem is this guy can actually probably get onto the... Yeah, the problem is these guys can actually get onto the boat where I'm trying to stand for safety. I didn't really think about that, no, did I? This square is going to be threatened. And he has counter. Okay. Let me see if I can get everybody out of his range then. I know that these bottom boat tiles are safe. The problem is, from the reinforcements I mean, the problem is this guy eats up a lot of my otherwise safe territory. I think we'll be fine. We already determined that this square was safe, I'm pretty sure. Let me triple check. This square's threatened. The one next to Lisa is safe. So this is fine. Separate these two. I'm going to send you with Lonku. You're going to go over here. And I think I'm just going to separate them. Now Noe can fly to safety. She can just go stand over here. It doesn't really matter. This is why we have Nosferatu equipped for situations like that. Heal. Heal. Thank you. We need dodges. We need dual guards. We're not getting any of those, but we're just hanging on just thanks to Nosferatu. We have Vengeance now. This is really good. Vengeance is going to allow us to heal for a lot more. God, that one had counter. Oh my god. It's so scary when the very last one in the turn order has counter. You really want the very first one in the turn order to have counter. And I swear, like they don't do this intentionally because it's just random. You know what I mean? It's like random which one gets counter, but I swear it happens all the time where the exact last one in the turn order is the one that has counter, and that's the one that's like the most dangerous to have counter. And Fresi says, I'm doing good. They're here for my commentary anyway, but they gotta go. This is for a blessed Lucina in this run. I think Lucina can pick up a little bit more experience here. So we're doing okay on our Lucina training this time. So that's good at least. And I think the Rapier actually has effective damage against Pegasus. It does. Because it's a horse, that's why. So we can potentially get a Pegasus kill here. Problem is we have to make sure that we can get rid of this guy right now. And that's going to be tricky because he has Aegis. Typically don't want this guy to have Aegis. I gotta be careful. He actually has a ranged weapon too. He has a ranged weapon and counter and Aegis. That's a pretty tricky combination to deal with. Let me do this. Beast Killer here. Then we can fly up here and attack this guy from a safe position. I think I want to use Elfunder. And I'm gonna give him the Waltz Bow. I need damage here. We want crits, we want dual strikes. I mean, we got one dual strike, better than nothing, I guess. I think Robin needs to fight this guy. Even Robin doesn't do very much to him. God, this guy's scary. I feel like I need to have Long Q take care of this guy. Or this girl, I guess. Well, I have an idea. We can do this. No, actually we can't. He's gonna survive that. What if I do something like this? I can bait in potential beast killer shots from Frederick. Okay, that's clutch. That's clutch. We are very quickly running out of actions here. Very, very quickly running out of actions. Wow, we actually don't double. That's a problem. We can do this. Does the hammer kill this guy? The hammer kills him, okay. I think we're just gonna have to kill this guy with the hammer. Well, I mean, we could play for... No, we can't play for dual strikes because this guy will kill us on the counterattack. I have a plan. Who has Physic? It's actually a problem. I actually don't want you to have Physic. I wanted Lisa to have it. Nice dual strike. Okay, there's no way for Lucina to reach there anymore. So if I want to be risky, I would go like this. That's going to deal 20 damage, and then I just need Robin to dual strike, which we have 2 chances for that to happen. 63% of the time. In fact, I can even use Ruin here to really increase our chances of killing this guy. And then also that's going to allow me to fight this guy on enemy phase. If I want to be safe, I would go here and just one-shot him with the hammer. Excuse me, which is guaranteed, but it also means that I have to deal with all 3 of these mages next turn, instead of getting rid of this one this turn. How much can I heal her for? I can heal her to full. I think this is going to be okay. I think this is going to be okay. It's just this guy, right? Yeah. Okay. So if I stand here... I want the hammer equipped, I think. It's not going to be as good against the mages, but I think I just have to... 69 crit rate is pretty good, plus 63. So we basically have 4 chances to get like a 60 to 70% chance. Didn't get it. Got it. Now you might be thinking, hold on a second, her health is really low, isn't this guy going to kill her? Well, not exactly, because I can just go here. I can grab the physics staff. And then heal her back up. And this is why having a crapload of staff users is really good. Now I'm a little bit scared about the reinforcements that are coming this turn, because we have no way to deal with them. We're not in position. Yeah, we are so far out of position when it comes to these guys. Looks like the hammer does enough damage anyway. Alright, so yeah, these flyers are just disgusting right now. I have no idea how to get rid of these flyers. I mean, I can do this. I can just start chipping away at them with Gale Force. So who's the most problematic one? This one's pretty dangerous. This one's mildly dangerous. This one's not dangerous at all. Well, he has 2 range though, which is kind of annoying, but not dangerous. So let's go here. We definitely want to get rid of this one first. We can go back to the steel bow. We're going to go like this. We're going to javelin this fellow. Just get rid of the really annoying one first. Now, potentially, we might be able to put ourselves in a spot where only this guy reaches. Doesn't look like it. It seems like actually the mages reach further than the Pegasus, just because they're further to the right. Although, well, hold on a second. This square up here would work, though. If we send Sumia up here, she can fight these two on enemy phase. The question is, can they kill her? They're going to deal 29 plus 24 damage. And we're going to subtract 20, and then we're going to subtract 10. They're going to deal 23 damage. She actually always survives. She always survives this, even if she gets hit by all their attacks. So maybe I do this then. Go here, and just wait. I mean, I could use a Vuln just for safety. I don't need it though. Yeah, I'm guaranteed to survive that. Okay, so now let's find somebody who can enemy phase these 2 mages, which is going to be some combination of Lisa or Saria. Problem is they actually deal a lot of damage to her. They do like 20 damage to her, plus one of them has Luna as well, so that's not good. Yeah, so best case scenario, they would deal 36, but they're actually going to deal more than that because this one has Luna. What was their hit rates? They have pretty good hit rates too, unfortunately, and they have overlapping ranges, so we can't just fight one of them. We have to fight both of them. The only other option would be to have Lucina run in and take one of them out. The problem is this one, who she can fight safely, has Pavis, so she can't actually kill him. This one does not have Pavis, but he has counter, so she can't fight him either. They just have the exact combination of skills to counter what Lucina's trying to do here. I wonder if there's any way around that. I mean, the idea would be to fight this guy. And just, like, kill him. But I just don't know how I'm going to do that. It has to be her. It has to be her because she can run in, she can attack him, and then she can get back out without wasting rescue staves. I don't see it. I don't see how I can get it to work. Is there any square? Yes, there is a square that only this guy reaches. So let's have Cordelia bait him out over here. He's an arc fire user, so she can definitely take his attack. I think she has an elixir. She does. Okay. So we're going to go... Steel sword is our least valuable weapon. We're going to go here. We're going to equip the javelin. We're going to trade. We're going to get the elixir. We are going to use the elixir. This is going to make it... Yeah, this is going to make it so that Cordelia pulls this one mage away from the rest of the enemy group. And because we're doing that, we can have everyone else retreat for a turn. The only question is, do we want anybody to deal with these enemies? Oh my god, they both have counter and Hawkeye. That is terrifying. I don't know if retreating into the corner is the best play here. Because if we retreat into the corner, we're not going to be able to do anything about these two. We'll worry about it next turn. You get out of there. Alright, I think we're safe. For this turn at least. Next turn we might be in danger again. This is fine. Sumia's guaranteed safe. You buffoon. You fool. Alright, let's see what the enemies are doing. So the really dangerous ones are going the direction that I don't want them to go. The less dangerous one just came up here. We can not really deal with him. I mean, Frederick can deal with him, but then Frederick's kind of stuck. If I leave Frederick to deal with him, then Frederick is extremely stuck. We can use Sumia for this. She can go in, she can eliminate this enemy, and then move. But honestly, like, Sumia is already pretty jacked. Like, I kind of want... I need to start getting experience onto the likes of Lucina. How do we do that? How do we accomplish that? The problem is these guys have Hawkeye and counter. There's just no way to... Well, okay, there's one way to fight them safely. It's a little bit cheesy, but it works pretty well. What's the most defense that I can give her, Robin? It's probably this. +5 defense. What would Lucina give? Lucina would only give +1. Why does Great Lord only give +1 defense? That's weird. Okay, so we're gonna go like this. Doesn't really matter what we have equipped. Because these guys don't have pass, we can actually do this. Where do I want to stand? I want to stand here. Yes. This guy will run over and attack me. I won't hit him, so I won't deal any counter damage to myself. Then I can slowly chip them down with 2 range attacks, possibly to the point where Lucina can dual strike again, or get a kill against them with a dual strike. If we're doing that, then let's give this other kill to Frederick. The problem is that actually might bait this guy into chasing after Frederick, but we'll worry about that later. Okay, so this one we want to have... I'll get her a weapon, We want Frederick to be using the hand axe, I guess. Seems fine. He won't deal any counter damage to himself. So we want him to have the hand axe equipped, and then we're going to trade a weapon into Cordelia's hands that she can use, which I guess is going to have to be the Silver Lance. It's a little bit of a waste of a Silver Lance charge. Not the end of the world. I should have given them a Steel Lance between them, so that I could give her a weaker weapon if I needed to. I just didn't ever expect me to get into this situation. But this should be fine. So we'll enemy phase this guy with Frederick. I don't know what the heck Sumia is going to do. Is this square safe? I think it is. It is. Okay, we'll just stand here then. Oh, nice guard. Okay, that's good. They went in the direction I wanted them to go. I can hit this guy for 8 damage. I need speed. I can actually do the Armor Slayer here. Nice crit. Kind of stealing Lucina's kills, but I can't afford to just leave those guys just hanging around attacking me. $34 just instant kills me. So I can't even fight this guy safely unless I get him down to 7 health or less. Can I get him down to 7 health or less reliably? Well, I can do this. How much does the hammer do? 32, okay. I can do this. Then put Robin to block Henry. Unequip my weapon. Hey Baltimus, thanks for stopping by. You say, sup Ellery, love your content. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying it. We can deal another 13 here. It's not really that impressive, but slowly chipping this guy down. Getting some sword experience for Olivia, oh boy. So I think what we need to do is have her fly up here. She's going to fly over and hit this guy with the rapier next turn. But we have to make sure that we get his health into the exact right value. So we need him to be on 11 health. (13 plus 13 is 26. 39 minus 26 is 13, so it's actually not enough. We need Henry to be dealing more damage. There's a way to do that, but it's a little bit wonky because my units are kind of bunched up in a position that I don't want them to be in. So I would do it like this. Okay, let's see what this damage will be. In fact, I'm going to completely remove the chance of a dual strike. Okay, so this would be 16 plus 16, which would be 32. 32 plus 11 is 43, so this can get the kill. So we're going to flux here. Okay, well. Henry, you just earned your experience. Nice crit. At the exact moment where I didn't want you to. And they really do not want Lucina to get any experience. The sad part is I think she's actually got even more than last time. This is fine. Henry needs experience too, eventually. Like, we don't want him to always be a level 1 sorcerer for the rest of the game. Okay. We have a lot of stuff we're going to need to do next turn. First of all, did I get this chest? I did, okay. So. First, I'm going to give you here. Then I'm going to hit rally move here. That's going to allow you to fly all the way up here and drop Lanku off so you can start looting these chests. Next, I want Olivia to be actually with the rest of my group this time, so I'm going to send her with Robin. And I'll send these two together, just to make sure everyone actually goes over here. Heal you. Send this group over here, and now we're going to see if Lucina can actually fight the boss safely or not. Hopefully she can. Most of the time she can't. If not, we'll have to figure out a solution. There might be a way to make her be able to do it safely. There's our bullion. Some free something for Noe. Axe rank is actually really good. We've been struggling to get her D rank with axes. Her having D rank and axes helps a lot. Because being able to attack with the hand axe allows her to set up situations where she can bait in Lanku dual strikes a lot more safely. So I'm actually very happy with that. Let's give the shiny spot to Lucina. She can potentially get some free experience here. She got weapon proficiency, that's okay. She does need lance rank. Hey Tricky, did you miss a lot? So we actually beat the chapter in the first hour, but then I restarted because I didn't like the way that the battle went. I wasted like 18 Nosferatu charges, I wasted 2 or 3 rescue staff charges, and I try to only use 1 rescue staff on this map because this map is very doable without rescue. And then I didn't get any experience onto Lucina. Now unfortunately we redid it to try and train Lucina. We still didn't get any experience onto Lucina. She has a horrible matchup against basically every single enemy on this map. She's extremely difficult to train on her join map, and her stats are very underwhelming too. But we're going to try to make her work because apparently 90% of people want to see me use the Gen 2 units, so we're going to try our best to make them work, which is a pretty tall order. Alright, let's see what her combat looks like against the boss. The good thing is we can always set up fights for her against the boss. Now this is really good. The boss doesn't have any offensive skills, which means she can fight the boss safely for as many turns as we need her to. If that's the case, let's give her a partner that's going to give her just enough strength so that she can fight this guy with the parallel falchion. So we want someone who's going to give her just a little bit of strength, and we actually don't want dual strikes. We actually don't want crits. I think in that case the answer is Frederick. Yes, so we can get sword rank, or we can even no, we can't train lance rank. So we can train sword rank this way. In fact, Frederick is not going to kill this guy anyway, so let's equip Frederick with the steel axe. We don't want crits, so we're going to keep Robin away from them. I think everyone else is in a good position. Let's bring these two over just in case we get into some weird emergency situation. Alright. Guard doesn't really matter. So we're going to do this for a couple turns until we start getting experience fall off. Good luck, Lucina. Yeah, she's going to need it. Her stats are better than most of my team. Strongly disagree. Strongly disagree. So first of all, she's weaker than Lonku in every single stat. So my quote-unquote team, like my actual fighters, are Lonku, Cordelia, Robin, and Sumia. She's worse than Sumia in every stat. She's worse than Cordelia in I think every stat. She's got 1 extra point of strength and 1 extra point of speed. So she's arguably better than Cordelia. She's significantly worse than Robin. She's worse than Lonku. She's worse than Sumia. She's pretty much... I mean, she's pretty equal with Crom, but Crom's not a fighter. Crom's like a support attacker. She's weaker than Saria, I would say. She does have a little bit more speed, but she doesn't have Nosferatu. She doesn't have as much strength as Saria has magic. She's significantly weaker than Rom. We've already covered that. She's significantly weaker. Same thing with Lisa and Saria. Like, she's a little bit faster than these two, but they have A rank. Well, actually, no. She still only has C rank. So she's about equal to Lisa, but she can't attack at 2 range. She only attacks at 1 range. And she has worse strength than magic, and magic is the better attacking stat. So yeah, she definitely does not have better stats than most of my team. She has, like, worse stats than most of my fighters, and, like, equal stats to some of my, like, secondary crappy characters that I'm not even really using. On top of the fact that she's stuck with really bad weapons, she has swords as her main as her main weapon. Swords are the worst weapon type in the game. And then she has E rank lances, which means she can use a forged bronze lance and nothing else, which is not what you want to be using. So overall, I would say she sucks. She'll eventually get good, but she can't even trigger Gale Force reliably because she can't kill enemies. We're going to have to put a lot of effort into training her, which is what we're doing right now. We're also getting experience onto Frederick, which helps a lot. Yeah, I mean, like half, I guess, like, very arguably. But I think Saria, Lisa, Robin, Lonku, and Sumia are all better than Lucina right now. I think only Cordelia is, like, arguably equal. And that's, like, basically it. The good thing is we're getting a lot of free experience onto Cordelia and Frederick right now. I mean, she's better than Noe, yeah, but Noe's not one of my main units. She's just there to support Lonku. Noe's not, like, one of my trained units. Or she's not supposed to be, like, a fighter. She's just a support partner for Lonku. If you compare her against my actual characters, she's worse than basically all of them. Arguably equal to Cordelia, and that's a pretty much a stretch. I don't think she's equal to Cordelia. Cordelia has a lot of things going for her other than stats, and their stats are equal. How does she compare to Noe? Yeah, she's better than Noe. She has 1 more strength, and she has a lot more speed and skill. She's significantly better than Noe, but Noe's not actually a fighter. She's just here to pair up with Lonku, to give Lonku +6 strength and +6 defense, and to dual strike for him sometimes. Like, Noe and Lucina are both training projects. So she's better than my other training projects, but she's still pretty weak. Honestly, we can just keep doing this for a while. Do I think it's worth it to turn Cordelia into a Dark Mage for Hex and Anathema? Generally speaking, I think it can work on certain build compositions. Yeah, I think it's worth doing sometimes. I wouldn't do it on this team. It's already too late. But it certainly works on some teams. Darn, we didn't get a Frederick dual strike that time. We're still getting good experience here. I'm going to keep doing this as long as we're getting good experience. Only problem is I used up all my men staffs. Should I be wasting men staffs on this? I don't think so. I'm going to start using heal staves. Yeah, this is a little bit tedious, but I think it's worth doing. It's one of the only ways that we can make Lucina actually good. Because she doesn't have good combat against the knights, the mages, any of the promoted enemies. Cavaliers, not really. She just can't really fight anything on this map. If you set it up like we've done, you can have her fight the boss for like 15 turns and just get a bunch of experience, so that's just what we're going to have to do. And the good thing is we're getting free experience onto Cordelia and Frederick while we do this, so it's not a complete waste. We're getting closer to Lance Fair. We're getting closer to Dual Guard Plus. We want to pass down Dual Guard Plus to Severa, so it would be really nice if we can get Frederick to level 15 sometime soon. We might even give Frederick this boss kill. I don't think so. We don't have to recruit Severa right away. We can probably get her in like one more chapter, maybe. That'll give us the chance to get Frederick up to level 15. You think the Morgan Paralog is one of the best chapters for training Gen 2 units? Yeah, that could be true. I mean, the enemies on there aren't really, like, too dangerous. They're a little bit dangerous, though. Okay, we'll do one more round, and then we'll think about who to give the boss kill to. Oh, never mind. He's dead. Oh, no, he's not dead. He survived on one. That's great, actually. We can give the boss kill to anyone we want. Okay, who do we want to give it to? I kind of want to give it to Noe, honestly, if I can. Is there any way to safely do that? I don't think so. I sincerely doubt it. I would need to get her defense, and I need to get her 2+2 defense and a significant amount of speed. Robin, maybe, actually. And he would actually give her strength as well, so she might be able to damage the boss. Only 2 strength, eh. I mean, it's one chance to get Robin to dual... Actually, possibly 2 chances for Robin to dual strike and give the kill to Noe. I don't hate it. Saria's pretty good. We don't need to train her anymore. She has Vengeance already. Crom doesn't need anything. He's pretty much Crom is set for the rest of the game. He'll eventually get Bowfair, but that's not anything we're rushing. I could give the kill to Frederick, like I was suggesting earlier. If I give it to him, it's going to put him a lot closer to Dual Guard Plus, but I don't think he really needs it. He's like kind of close already. The other option would be Long Ku. With the Armor Slayer, he should be able to get this kill. Yeah. It seems crazy, but I actually like doing this. I actually like this idea. Nice. Because Noe really needs experience more than anybody else. And she just gained a full level off of that. Even on an enemy with decayed experience gain. Because her growths are really good. We can make her good as long as we keep giving her levels. Is Crom going to stay in Sniper? Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, I could have given the hammer to Noe. You're right. I could have done that. Oh well, it's not a big deal. We got the dual strike anyway. Let's see. I'm probably not going to do Chapter 15 today, but I can start looking at the other paralogs and thinking about if any of them are going to be doable. So first of all, we actually don't have access to Morgan or Noir yet. So our options are basically Severa, Cynthia, or Chapter 15. That's kind of what we're planning for now. Let's go into each of these chapters and look at the levels of the enemies. You should check Noe's average stats. Yeah, I'll bring up her stats in a second if you want to see what mine looks like. Let me get my supports done first. Actually, I've got a lot of supports. Her average stats should be good. Yeah, Noe has incredible growths. She has amazing growths. Alright, so this is what my Noe looks like. The big issue with Noe is actually training her. She's very difficult to train. She did 10 levels in Manakete. Or sorry, she gained 9 levels in Manakete and then 3 levels in Wyvern Rider. She's got 17 strength, 14 skill, 11 speed, 17 luck, 13 defense. I mean, she looks pretty good. Like, if you compare her to any other similarly leveled characters, she looks pretty good. The problem is, most of my other characters are way higher level than her right now. Hey Ellery, your videos and streams have finally got me to play Lunatic Plus on my own, and I got lucky and found an arm scroll from the first Risen spawn in the game for Donald, and was able to get it. Ooh, that's really good. That arm scroll goes a long way in making Donald not completely trash. Gotta watch out for the promoted flyers in that, Morgan Paralog, says Jaden. That is so true. Yeah. The fact that Noe has access to the hammer and the hand axe both now, it makes her significantly better. And we have a Master Seal for her now too as well. We got a free Master Seal. Okay, we got a couple of second seals. Is there anybody that I want to use them on? I think I want to keep Sumia as a Dark Flyer. I like... If I was playing on Lunatic, I would switch her over to Falcon Knight. No questions asked. However, on Lunatic Plus, I really like her ability to use physical attacks and magical attacks because it gives her an option to play around Aegis or Pavis, depending on what the enemies have. And I think that's very important. So I think I'm very, very likely going to keep her in Dark Flyer. Robin eventually wants to go over to Sorcerer. The problem is they are so good in Hero right now, there's not really any need. And when I need a Sorcerer, I can just switch Zarya into the lead as well. So it's like, this pair doesn't really need Robin to be a Sorcerer yet. Eventually I will make them into one, I think, but it's just not really needed at this point. The enemy quality hasn't quite gotten high enough. Isn't 11 speed just a death sentence? Well, the good thing is her pair-up partner is Long Ku, and Long Ku is giving her 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think Long Ku is giving her 10 extra speed right now when he pairs up with her. So she actually has 21 speed when Long Ku is paired. I don't know the exact value. We'll check it soon. Off the top of my head though, I'm pretty sure he's giving her 10 speed. And she'll gain more speed as she gains levels, so like this problem will fix itself eventually. Berserker Robin is really fun. The pair-up bonus and enemy sweeping power is really nice. Yeah, I want to have a Berserker. It just doesn't fit on this team. I usually tend to have a Berserker on one of my teams, but it just doesn't really fit this team. And I also think Warrior's better on Lunatic Plus anyway. So if I was going to do that, I'd probably go into Warrior right now. But I feel very committed to the Sorcerer line. I think we're eventually going to go into Sorcerer. The whole reason we picked Zarya as our partner is because we wanted to direct promote into Sorcerer. Because we're going to be getting magic, strength, and defense for her. The other idea would be to take Zarya and make her into a sniper. The problem is she's going to lose a lot of offensive power, and we would lose the ability to use Nosferatu, so I don't think that's a great idea. We're going to restock our Nosferatu tomes while we're here, though. Frederick, I think we have 2 second seals. Yeah, we have 2. So Frederick, after he gains 1 level, we're going to switch him over to either a Wyvern Lord or a Griffin Knight. Cordelia is pretty much fine the way she is. We could eventually switch her over to a Dark Flyer, or we could just leave her as a Falcon Knight forever. She's not going to need Gale Force that badly, and I doubt she'd even be able to get it by the end of the run at this rate. I don't know. I might do it just to see if I can get her Gale Force before the end. Long Ku, I need to get him to level 5 to get lethality soon. Other than that, he's pretty much fine. He doesn't need a seal. Lisa doesn't need a seal. Libra doesn't need one. So basically, none of our characters really need second seals. Lucina's going to need one eventually. Robin's going to need one eventually. That's pretty much it. Frederick's going to need one eventually. So we don't really need any more second seals for the rest of the run. As for Master Seals, we just need one for Noe, and then any of our second gen characters who join are also going to need Master Seals. You getting enough sleep, Lisa? You look pretty bushed. No, not nearly enough. I'm exhausted. If you don't rest up before battle, you might find yourself resting up in a grave. I know, it's just, I keep lying in bed and thinking about fighting the next fight. And then I think about Em and about, it's all too much. I'm sick of all this stupid grief and mourning, and I'm tired of people dying. I don't even want our enemies to die anymore, Henry. I'm just tired. That does seem like a problem. War is killing and death, you know? Keeping the people you care about alive means making the other guy dead. My head knows that, but my heart is still having a hard time. I wish I was as tough as you, Henry. These sleepless nights are killing me. Well then, let me help you. Give me a little time and I'll have you sleeping like a baby. Oh wow, I'd give anything for one night of pure dreamless sleep. Haha, just leave it to old Henry. Nicely done. Oh, interesting, we actually got their first support, finally. They've been fighting together for a while. Is this Henry and Olivia? Yeah. Because they have a fast support, that's why. Right? Henry and Olivia do? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. Let's do our confession scene. Saria? Yes. Don't you think it's time you stop standing right behind me?
What?
Why? Because I can't see your face? Why would you want to? Fine, I'll just turn around. That's better. Now that I think about it, this is the first time we've stood like this. So close, face to face. Perhaps. I rather like it. Maybe we should do it more often. Maybe we could stand together forever?
What?
Forever. Forever.
Yeah?
Wait, what are you giving? Ellery, is this a ring? I love you, Saria. I want to be with you forever. No, I can't. Not like this. Oh. There, now try it again. Well, I guess if this makes you more comfortable. In truth, I'm getting used to it myself. Good.
I can't believe you made me love you. Of course, if you back out, I'll murder you in your sleep.
Oh, well, now we have 2 more paralogs to do. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. So this is Morgan. We could potentially do this if we just want to get some more experience before we go into the next chapters. And then we also have over here, that's Manor of Lost Souls. This is Kidnapper's Keep. This one's actually pretty tough. I think this is one of the hardest ones on Lunatic Plus. Just because there's so many enemy flyers and it's a big open field, there's not really any way to funnel them effectively. And so you're essentially getting attacked on multiple fronts. It's actually one of the very first times since like the early chapters where you're really fighting like big groups of enemies with a lot of movement on multiple fronts, and you just have to like find some way to navigate that. Okay, so what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to go in each of these chapters, I'm going to check the levels of the enemies, and then we can decide what we're going to do. Either this stream or next week. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to keep playing. Okay, so Smoldering Resistance. This chapter I know is doable without... well, you have to use 1 rescue staff to pull Sayri back over here. But other than that, we don't really need to use any rescue staffs. Okay, so the common enemies are level 19. The promoted enemies are level 3. And the boss is level 8. Let me write this down. Too bad we don't have Kiel's map. Yeah, that one's really good for leveling. It's very good for training. Although it does have some pretty scary ambush spawns, so it's a little bit tougher to use on Lunatic Plus. Okay, so this is chapter 15. Has level 19 common and 3 promoted. Then we're going to go back to the world map. Morgan's chapter has an enemy face sweeper with Beast Slayer is pretty good. Yeah, that's true, but unfortunately all of our enemy face sweepers use like magic or axes. Common enemies, I think, are level 15 here. No, they're level 20 actually. It's only the thieves that are level 15. Yeah. Common enemies are level 20, and the promoted enemies are level 3. You think you mapped out Noe's average stats? Let me know. Hey, Sylvandeferus. Sayri, yeah. If you're interested in Sayri, I'm gonna be pairing up with her. I'm gonna do a Robin Sayri pair up in my No Frederick challenge that I'm currently doing. I'm probably gonna stream No Frederick next week, but I haven't decided yet because I kind of need to stream Conquest. So it looks like the chapter 15 and the Morgan paralog are pretty equal. Cynthia paralog. Lucina with Falchion can fight the Wyverns. The problem is Lucina can't fight anything. The common enemies are... Oh my god, there's no common enemies. It's all promoted enemies. I forgot about that. Yeah, this chapter's pretty tough when it comes to promoted enemies. All promoted, level 3 and 8. So we're not going to be able to do this chapter for a while, because these level 8 promoted enemies are going to destroy us. So this is definitely not the next chapter we're doing. We're not going to be getting Cynthia anytime soon. Lucina with the Falchion versus the Wyverns has 36 effective might. Okay, next we have Severa. Severa, the problem with Severa is even if we have the stats for this, we need to get a bunch of rescue stabs before we can actually do this chapter. Looks like it's promoted level 6, and there's no unpromoted enemies. Okay, promoted 6. Yeah, this one, I think this one's harder, even though there are some enemies in the Cynthia paralog that are higher level. Just the layout of the Severa chapter makes it significantly harder, just the way you have to fight it. Manor of Lost Souls, I think this one's another one that's all promoted. Cynthia is tough because the majority of enemies are aggroed on the first few turns. That's true as well, yeah, it actually might be pretty overwhelming. Level 25, level 7. Promoted 7. It looks like we're not really going down in difficulty, we're going up in difficulty. This chapter actually is not as... This chapter's not exactly tough, it's just very tedious. You have to go very slow on this chapter. Yeah, nah. Nah. Let's not do it. And then Noaru is... I think these ones are all promoted as well. Yeah, they are. Level 7 promoted. Okay, so it seems like we probably need to do either chapter 15 or the Morgan Paralog as our next chapter. I'm leaning chapter 15. It's slightly lower in terms of difficulty, and I know that we have the resources to beat it, like, right now. So it won't be next week, but the next stream we can do chapter 15. I think that's what I'm deciding on right now. While we're here, let's go into the shop and sell the bullion that we picked up. Unfortunately, we still don't have a lot of gold, but there's good lootable items in the next chapter. So we can use the supplies we have right now to beat this chapter. And then in the next chapter, and then we'll get supplies in this chapter that we can use to buy supplies to deal with the next chapter. So I think this is pretty good. I think this is a pretty good setup. Ooh, unfortunately, the chapter where you buy rescue stabs is blocked. That's a problem. That could be a problem. We'll worry about it next week. Hopefully that guy will move. I am going to head out. Thank you everybody for coming today. We managed to finish in less than 3 hours, even beating the map 2 times. Pretty good. Thanks to all the new people who stopped by, thanks to the lurkers, thanks to the people who are here every single week, which is pretty crazy. It's been a while now. I've been having several people who kind of show up like every single week. Really good. Hey, like Cosmos, thanks for stopping by. The paralogs are so much harder and more tedious than the main chapters. Yeah, they can be in a lot of cases. There's a couple easy ones. But thanks for stopping by. Unfortunately, you just got here in time to see the very end of the stream. Let's go ahead and end the poll. We already know what's going to happen. People want me to use Gen 2. So what I'm going to do for Gen 2, I'm going to do... Noaru and Severa are going to be paired up as an enemy phase sweeper team, because I need another enemy phase sweeper anyway. I can't just have Robin being the only one doing it. And then we're going to be doing Cynthia and Lucina as a Gale Force pair of attackers. Lightning, Waggish, Star Force, thanks for saying goodbye. Goodbye to you as well. I'm going to go have some lunch. I recommend something very healthy and drinking lots of water. And if you enjoyed the video and you're not subbed already, just go ahead and sub to the channel. But for now, enjoy the rest of your day.